Sorry. Good morning, everyone. How are you guys doing today? Welcome on in. Hi. Hello. Good morning, Kylian. Hi. Phoebe. Hello. Hello. Why am I like weirdly off center? Okay. All right then. What said it? Hello. Good morning. Welcome on in. Hi. Hello. Sorry we're late. I was a big dummy and didn't start the computer early enough. I just want you to change your hat to be gay. No, be gay. That's birthday. No. Fedora not gay. Oh my god. Okay, there you go. So many gay hats and he doesn't want to do that one. For me, most of the time when I watch something on YouTube, it's something on my second screen while I do something on main screen. Watching something while I have both hands free for eating, so either way I prefer to minimize the amount of time I'm having to attend to YouTube to figure out the next video. If I'm having to do that every 1 to 2 minutes, I won't be having a good time. Yeah, no, absolutely. I usually, just when it's like, there's like no videos to watch, I don't feel like, it's just like, I don't have anything to do, maybe I can like watch some short form thing and then maybe it'll like remind me of a video that I watched before and I'll go look it up or something like that, because it's just like, I don't know. It's not cool for your brain though, so don't do it. Oh, hold on, I gotta switch because originally I was gonna be thingy. Also, I have to put bingo on. I think I messed up my thingy, by the way, but that's okay. Okay, so that doesn't work. Okay, vault disabled. Oh, but it's only doing. Okay, hold on. Hold on. No, I'm right. Everyone else is wrong. Turn this off. Turn this off. Turn this off. Okay, and then let me make sure. No, bald is there. It should not be. Bald. Disable. Okay. I'm gonna have to go back and fix that because I think I set that whole thing up wrong. I just want to clarify I'm not one of those people who are like, kids these days have no attention span, it is because videos for the 5 minutes are the devil. No, that's valid. That's completely valid. You guys look like a bunch of little ants on my desk. Oh, I gotta start bingo. I'm sorry. I'm all out of sorts today. I apologize. My chair. Where's my chair? My diet Dr. Kelp! Where's my fucking chair? I'm just squatting. There. How am I supposed to do this live stream without my chair? Ah! Yeah, where else would ants be? In the wild where they can die. Shut up. Alright, we're doing digital art and general events. Oh, I also have to turn automatic bingo off. Ugh. Oh wait, it should be in settings. Okay, yeah, settings. It's because it's in timed actions, and let's do this, and then enable, and then it unenables it. Woo! I did it. I'm amazing. A great streamer. Here, we'll give you technical difficulties. I'll give you that. I'll give you that. There you go. Hi, amazing Leanne. I'm gonna let it slide. But yeah, guys, it's Didoodles. It's super exciting. Clap, clap, damn you, clap. It's Didoodles time. For anyone who doesn't know, Didoodles is a quarterly, 1-week arch challenge in which you are given a prompt for an entire 7 days, and a new prompt each day, rather, for an entire 7 days. It happens 4 times a year. This is the second one that's happening this year, and there will be 2 more as well. And yeah, you can find out more by typing !DD in chat, or Didoodles, or didoodles.car.co. And yeah, it's very lax and good and fun. Came back to here without my chair. I feel like I missed a story. My chair was gone. It was missing, and I needed that for my tushy. I found it. It's here. I'd been fucking around with stuffs, and so I missed it. Yeah, we're gonna draw this person. Today's prompt is deuteranopia, which is a kind of color blindness in which you can only see blues and yellows. And I have a bunch of different people's OCs that I have saved up, and I was like, oh, this OC is that colors. So yeah, and actually they're a VTuber, so let me shout them out. I should have gotten this before. Their name is Iobot. Her name is Iobot, in fact. Excuse me, sorry for barb slash. Oh no, not raid. Fuck. I always do that. Shout out. There you go. So if you want to go follow her, you can. You can. I'm gonna give you a bird. Yeah, we're gonna draw her. She's very detailed. I'm kinda nervous, not gonna lie, but we're gonna try. So I should have. I need to put a dark background on, but not too dark because I'm gonna be using a dark color. A dark color. Oh, you guys can't see it. I'm silly. Hello. Also, I haven't moved in the corner yet. I gotta fix my stuff. Everything's broken. There they are. Wow, look at them. There she is. There's Iobot. Now you can see. I'm a good streamer. I'm good at doing my things. Wow. But yes, her design's very complicated, so we're gonna see how well this works out. I'm gonna do my best. Oops, I didn't mean to put that there. Delete. Oh, the wings. You know, we'll get there when we get there. Don't get there, Sarah. Don't get too caught up. Alright, that is too dark. I need something gray and more mid-tone. There, that'll do. That'll do. Alright. That'll do. I need to get my pen out. I forgot to get my pen. But yeah, how are the stinkers? How are you guys being? Oh my god, you know Iobot. Also, good morning. Yeah, I'm drawing Iobot. Yeah, hi, actually, how you doing, people? Come on in. Hello. Good morning. I forgot what I was gonna talk about. I had like a thing that I wanted to talk about on stream, but I forgot. GG's self. Where's my ruler? Oh, is that just a hat? Okay, no, stay there. Don't bother me. Well, I'm here at home on my day off, so it's an improvement from last Sunday. True. Fresh. I had like a thing that I wanted to talk about, and I can't remember. Well, hopefully I remember at some point, because it was like, I was like, oh, this is a funny little topic of discussion. I think we'll all enjoy it. I guess we won't if I don't remember. It's fine. I'm gonna use my ruler from before. Oh, don't delete that. Delete this. There we go. Here we go. I'm smart. My brain's beat. Yeah, we're doing die doodles. I'm excited. And then today the art fight thingy is getting shown. The what is it? The teams. The team thingies for art fight. I'm excited. I would be like, oh, we go right into that, but there's one streaming on YouTube, and two, it's not getting revealed until like 4 p.m. my time, and I'm not streaming that long. Ain't no way. Angles are hard. Was the funny conversation topic the fact that you think cereal is 100% a type of soup, as Leanne trying to start a fight? No. Oh my goodness, I don't remember. But yeah, let's talk about Batman. I like talking about Batman. Where is it? Oh, because I feel like it was related to Batman, as most things are. But I watched a new episode of Batman Beyond. I like on the tip of my tongue. Team fighting a whole art by themselves. They fighting a whole art fight. See, I was going to ask if the conversation was Batman, but I figured if I said it first, it would. No, you can totally ask. The thing is, it doesn't say unprompted, so you can talk about Batman. That's specifically written that way so that you guys will bring up Batman, so that I get to talk about it. Specifically, it's a psychological trick to be like, oh, you guys want to talk about Batman? Sure. And you get something out of it. Bingo. And I get something out of it talking about Batman. Yeah, I was watching Batman Beyond, and apparently, for anyone who doesn't know, Batman Beyond is Batman, but in the future, and it's like Bruce Wayne is big old now, and he can't be Batman anymore because he has angina or whatever. And so a new person is being Batman, and you know, it's in the far off days of the distant future of like 2027 or something. They have hover cars. Well, now I'm not doing it. Well, it's too late because I already brought it up in the first place. And oh my god, the episode was like horrific. Because, like, okay, so what happened was the distant future of 20. Yeah, I think it is supposed to be like. Well, because the thing is, nothing in the DCAU has a date. I mean, some things do, but they like try not to put a date on it because they don't want it to seem timeless. But it's like, okay, well, first of all, Batman, the animated series, is very clearly taking inspiration from the 1940s in terms of just pure aesthetic. But also, like, Batman Beyond is set in the future. They have like hover highlight and what is it? They got. The lag is like picking me up. And what else? They got you can get your genes spliced into an aminal, and they're like, yeah, it's totally reversible. You can look like a cat, and it's like, okay, I don't think that's good. But that was, I mean, that I did see that episode, but that episode was okay. The one that was horrific, right, was this girl, because the new Batman, he's a teenager, because they wanted, the network was like, we want a teen Batman, and they were like, we're not gonna do Bruce Wayne as a teenager, we'll just make a new Batman, and then we can put old Bruce Wayne in it. Yeah, that'll be good. And then they did that, and they were like, we'll have our cake and eat it too, and I was like, fuck yeah, you go, Bruce Tim. You can get your genes spliced. I run nowadays. I've been able to do a long time, but a decent tailor shop. Shut up. So he's at a I almost said a birthday party. He's at someone's house studying his math. And then it's so funny because it's like unfortunately kind of timely because his girlfriend's like, why do you have the times table memorized? And he goes, my dad was a programmer. And she's like, nobody knows that. And I'm like, I mean, nobody nowadays. And he goes, people used to know it. And I'm like, yeah, people used to know it. Unfortunately, kids these days, not so much. I mean, they got calculators in their pockets, so who cares? But they're at the friend Jessica's house, and she's like, someone's watching me. And they're like, well, what do you mean? And then he looks out the window and he sees a dude, and he's like, I'm gonna go chase it. And he does, and then he chases him down, and then the dude turns into a pile of dirt. Which episode has the last person that became addicted to gene splicing and permanently fucks up their DNA? Splicers. It's called Splicers. Studying math, birthday party. I can see how you would get those mixed up. Shut up. So Terry grabs up some of the dirt and he takes it to Bruce to look, because like Bruce has like a lab in his in the Batcave, and it's so funny because it's like such a like movie lab, like movie scientist, like he's got beakers and like not a stethoscope, a microscope. It's like, well, she's really, aren't you supposed to be in the future? Where's your space laser microscope? But he looks at it and he goes, it's just dirt. I'm like, dude, you fought Clayface. Like, you specifically, this specific Bruce fought Clayface. How do you just be like, it's just dirt? Why don't you say, like, oh, it sounds like a guy you had fought before. Clayface. Even though it actually has absolutely no connection to that character, as it turns out, like, you didn't even, like, go, that sounds kind of familiar. And Terry's like, you don't believe me? He's like, that's not the case. It's dirt. What is Bruce? What are you fucking talking about? So, childhood SWAT doing her math homework, wearing a party. I'm having a good time. Anyway, it turns out, long story short, it turns out the Mudman is, the girl whose house they were at. Her name was Jackie. They got the right color. Yeah. Her dad was, he worked with the guy named Bill who is now raising her because her dad died. And it turns out that they had like a business and they didn't have permits or the money to like properly dispose of radioactive waste, and so they were just putting it in like a sewer, but like it was a closed off sewer. And in the process of they were doing it in a way I was like, what did you think was gonna happen? Because like they were lowering it into this sewer, and then they had the one guy in the bottom while they were like hoisting it down on a rope. I'm like, yeah, no shit, that guy's gonna get fucked up. So he gets fucked up, he gets buried under the dirt, and then the radioactive bright green goo gets all over him, and they're like, nah, he's really gonna definitely be dead. We're gonna leave him. I'll take care of Jackie. And so they do, and then fucking Terry Bat, the new Bruce Wayne, the new Batman, takes the green goo, the Gatorade, or excuse me, the Mountain Dew to Bruce Wayne. And he goes, oh yeah, this is weird. This stuff will make your DNA all stinky and gross. And he's like, like with dirt. And so yeah, so they go under the ground. And they find her dad because his DNA got mixed with Earth. So I hardly know. Shut up, Sandman and Marvel. Are they trying to get us sued? So they go find her dad in the Earth, and and the fucking, hold on, I'm gonna look it up because it was horrific. What was that episode called? Splicers, and it's the next one. Splicers, Batman, Beyond. You're gonna fight. What was the episode after that? Trans allegory? Yeah, I did also think there was maybe a trans allegory, but I also don't think so. What was the episode after that? Oh my god, fandom.com sucks. Oh my god. This episode afterwards. Why is this website so broken? Oh my god. Splicers. Batman. Beyond. Look at me. So I didn't have radioactive sewer goo in our drink option. We right. You right. Oh yeah, he became Man-Bat. I forgot about that. Is my scroll wheel broken? Hold on. Oh yeah, that lady who looked like a Digimon man. Anyway, my scroll wheel isn't working. What was the next episode? God. Beyond episodes! I thought this would go faster. GG, Spondo. scroll wheel broken? Earth mover, that's right, that's what it was called. Oh, is it because my thing's right there? Oh, my mouse is being really weird. What is happening? Okay, don't know what that was. Batman Beyond. Okay, yeah, don't know what that was. That was weird. Yeah, okay, I'm so glad that like the first picture that comes up is the picture because it's awful. Okay, content warning for scary emaciated Skeleman. It was that! In my child Batman show! And I was like, hey yo, what the fuck? And he was like talking, but he was always a painting. What happened? Oh my god, I opened like 10 different tabs. Yeah, and he was like, you stole my daughter, you will die, and he tries to like drag the other guy into the earth, and I was like, what the fuck? And he's like, and you can see like his whole body at one point, and he's all like smooshed into the earth, and I was just like, yo, this is really graphic for my baby eyes. And then his ass died, so I'm about to get a virus hunger trying to show us this big. But yeah, and my gasters were flabbered. What is happening? Oh no, did this fucking just reset? Please tell me that didn't just happen. Okay, it didn't. Okay, we're good. Never mind. Everything's fine. But yeah, that happened. This year, Misha Disco Man in your kitchen, and I raise you return this. That's true. I did love Courage. Excuse me, sorry for a burp again. I don't know why I'm so weirdly gassy this morning. I had a Tums. Should be gas free. Yeah, and I was just like, yo, that is spooky, scary stuff. But yeah, it's like weird because, okay, so like I said, this is future time Batman. This is, you know, different guy. And they said that they were like, we don't want to like bring back all the old Batman villains and just do, you know, them as old guys. Because like, that's silly. We have this new environment. We can create this new mythos. But like a lot of the characters that they have been having that are original quote-unquote characters are like kind of the same old guys. Like Earthmover isn't Bane, but isn't Clayface, but his face is Clay. is he's soil face. Like he's kind of got Clayfacey energies. Can we get spawned? Oh yeah, sorry. What is this? Oh, this is a list of Batman Beyond episodes. And then they were like, okay, Splicers. Yeah, okay, so Splicers, is an episode, like I said, where, the bad guy is like, you can make your DNA, but he talked in like a cool, sexy man, like, you can change your DNA and be crazy. You can turn into a spider. And, he, of course, as you would expect, at one point, injects Batman with bat serum, and then he turns into a big bat, right? Like, of course, that's what's gonna happen. Like, the second you find out the premise of this episode, you're like, so he's gonna turn into a bat. I changed my sheep, did you? Let me see. Where are you? Right here, you're so cute! Small sheep hype. The response is like when I was playing Lego Star Wars 3 and there was one level with zombies and that take 3 hits to kill. The first hit cuts their heads off, the second hit cuts their legs off. So between the second and third hit, you're being chased and attacked by a headless, legless torso in a video game clearly aimed towards to be. Yeah, that's scary. That is frightful. Yeah, that would freak me out. I would have been scared of that. But he But see, he gets turned into a bat, right? He turns into a big bat guy, right? He's like, you know, and it's like, okay, you mean like the very first episode of Batman the Animated Series with Man Bat? That one? Yeah, this is nothing like Man Bat. And like I expected Bruce to be like, I fought a big bat once. Twice actually. And he didn't, and I was like, why? Or like, what about the time that you fought a werewolf? The science werewolf that was literally made from like technology. Like it was a science werewolf. It wasn't like he was cursed with lycanthropy. It was like literally, they said like wolf hormones, and I was like, I don't think that's how hormones work. I know some trans people, and I don't think that they always say that that's how hormones work, but okay. It's like, you've dealt with this before, Bruce. You should mention it. And then, also the institute that was doing this gene splicing was called Chimera, but they said Chimera, and I was just like, listen, I know that word is spelt not in a way that is intuitive to pronounce it. And I would have accepted Chimera, because I've heard people say Chimera before. But like, Chimera, or whatever they said it with a sh. That's not right, and I know you can't Google it because it's 2000. It's 1999 actually. But like, you know, you can't look up on pronounceit.com or whatever. But like, ugh. The whole time they were like, you will be an amazing Chimera, and I'm like, words have pronunciations, Mr. Man. It freaked me out, and I was a grown adult by the time I got around to play the game. Valid. And then so when Batman, when he unbatted a man himself and became normal, more man than Bat, he went back and he fought him, and he was like, okay, I want to inject this. Not Batman, the evil guy. I don't remember his name. He was Dr. Stinky Boy. Dr. Stinky Boy injected himself with like more animal DNA, and he became like an actual chimera. And I was like, oh, that's cool, because like that's the thing. I should have expected that. And then, and then Batman grabbed even more juices and squished them into him, and then he became a body horror Akira-esque freak monster. And I was like, this is really graphic for this baby cartoon. and I was like, also, this is how you fought Bane. This is how Bruce, I guess, fought Bane. So I don't know, man. Maybe Bruce should tell you how you fought people. And of course he gets crushed by a big building, because that's how everyone dies in this show. And so that's how that ends, right? And they're like, yeah, we don't want to bring back any old villains. So in one episode, all the kids are getting hooked on a drug, and they call them slappers because you slap it on like a nicotine patch, but it's full of drug. Damn. And it's so funny to call it drug slappers. Shut up! And they're like, where are the kids getting this drug? Where's the origination of it? And Bruce looks at it under his microscope, because that's where he finds the answers to all of his problems, except why he doesn't have any friends anymore. And he's like, this is Bane's juice. It's venom, that's what they call it. But he's like, this is Bane juice, and he's like, Bane's at his house. Go to Bane's house. And so Terry goes to Bane's house, and Bane's all like fucked up because he's like, he did too many drug, and then he got old and his body got all fucked up from drug. And I was like, this is a good PSA. Thank you, Batman Beyond. I won't do drugs. And then it turns out that like his caretaker was using the Bane drug to sell to kids to make money, and he was, exploiting it. And then Terry defeated him by filling him with more venom until he exploded. And it's like, oh, so just like how you fought Bane? Okay, that's the same thing. And then there's an episode that just had Mr. Freeze in it, and I was just like, really not bringing back those old villains, huh? Because this is straight up the exact same Mr. Freeze, even down to the fact that he's just a head. Bye, Grandma, I love you, building. Bruce Wayne looks into the microphone. I just expected. No friends here. Must be tough living in a universe where everyone dies by having a building follow them. Like, it's happened like 4 times at this point. And so, yeah, so they had to, deal with Mr. Oh my god, the Mr. Freeze episode was like so funny though, because like, so the last we'd seen of Victor Freeze, he was just ahead. His man time body had gotten big fucked up by all of his ice shenanigans, and he was just ahead. And he had like a suit that he would, you know, be a human proportion body on, but it was just his head controlling it. Very silly. And he was like, my wife. Wait, okay, hold on. I have to tell you the whole thing, actually, because it's ridiculous. Just live out in the countryside with no buildings and you'll be immortal. No, because see, then what happens is this is in the same universe as Superman the animated series, and the weird scary alien will crawl into your brain, and that happened, and that was very graphic as well, and I was like, this is a baby show. Okay, so here's the story of Victor Freeze in the DCAU so far of what I've seen. Okay, Victor Freeze, Mr. Freeze, his last name is Freeze, but it's spelled like fries, but he's man. He was a science man, and then his wife, Big, died. She died of and he was like, I'm gonna cryogenically freeze her until I can find a science to make her not so dead. And he did that, and then, an evil man who was voiced by Mark Hamill, but was not the Joker, but was a different evil man, was like, you're using too much of our money to keep your stupid, dumb wife alive. I'm gonna, knock you into this tray of chemicals, and whoops, you're fucked up. Oopsies, let's get out of here. Let's get out of here, right, Mark Hamill? And then it made it so that Mr. Freeze couldn't live without sub-zero temperatures. He became quite literally a Mr. Freeze. Kind of ironic that he was named that in the first place. And he was like, I'm gonna get revenge on motherfuckers my wife is dead. And so he goes and does that. A human proportion body just being controlled by his head, so like the same as an actual human body being controlled by it. Yeah, but he doesn't have like meat legs. He doesn't have any meat below his neck. So, and then Batman's like, oh, that sucks for you, but you can't go do that. That's bad. And so he catches him and he puts him in Arkham Asylum. And then that episode was so iconic that it completely changed Mr. Freeze's backstory in everything in DC. So that was the origination of the whole his wife died and he was big sad over it. And so everything since then that features that storyline originates from that episode, so very impactful, right? So then, what was the next Mr. Freeze episode? Hold on, because I feel like I'm forgetting one. Batman the Animated Series Mr. Freeze episodes. I think there were 2. Yeah, give me on the Batman wiki. Yeah, so that was Heart of Ice, and then oh yeah! So then he's in Arkham, right? He's in Arkham Asylum, and he's like looking. And we think at this point his wife is like dead. Like the science guy, the guy who won the science lab was like probably didn't save her body and let her ass die big times, right? So he's just like in prison, big sads about it, and so he's chilling, no pun intended, in there. And then something comes and breaks him out, and he's like, hey, yo, what the fuck? And then it turns out it's the plot of BioShock, but it was before that, where there's a guy and he's got like an underwater city, and he's like, come be in my cool underwater city. I have a bunch of cult members who want to come be part of the underwater. And he's like, you teach me how to be cold like you so I can live forever, because you're kind of technically immortal. And he's like, no, I don't. Wait, hold on. Mr. Freeze always sounds like he's talking into a gun. He's like, no, I don't want to fucking do that. That's some bullshit. And he's like, do it. I saved your wife's body. And he's like, fuck, okay. And so he does it, but then it turns out the guy's like gonna blow up Gotham, or no, he's gonna like freeze the entire Earth in a nuclear winter. And Batman's like, your wife wouldn't be chill with that, Mr. Freeze. And Mr. Freeze is like, that was a bad pun, but you're fucking right, she would hate that. And so he goes and he's like, everyone get the fuck out of here. And then they go and save the city, but then that guy freezes under the water. See, I'm getting the reference Bioshock earlier, and Paulo was asking about the people getting addicted to genetic modifications. Yeah. And so, so then, Nora's like frozen in a big block of, that's his wife's name, is frozen in a big block of ice under the water, and Mr. Freeze is like hanging out with her body under the water, and he's, because he can't die. And so he's just like hanging out with her. They're having a great time under the water. Right? So then there was the movie Batman and Mr. Freeze versus Mr. Freeze Sub-Zero, where Mr. Freeze finds out that he can save Nora, he just has to give her like a liver transplant. And the liver he needs belongs to what's her face? Batgirl. But he doesn't know her name. Her name is Barbara Gordon. And so he's like, we're gonna steal this girl's liver. And so they kidnap her. I hardly know. Shut up! So they kidnap her, and she's like, no, I'm Batgirl. This is not gonna happen. And they're like trying to find her. And Commissioner Gordon's big sad because he's like, my daughter's missing. And Batman's like, don't worry, I got it. Chill. And and they're like, no, we have to save his wife. And they're like not telling her that like, we're gonna fucking kill you because we're gonna take your liver or whatever. And she's like, oh, well, I'll help. That's fine. And then they're on like an oil rig where they're going to do the surgery. And then Batman and Robin come to save the day, as they do. And there's a little Inuit boy who is like friends with because Mr. Freeze has been living in the Arctic with a little abandoned Inuit boy who's like, I think is orphan, not abandoned, and with two polar bears that he's just like, they like him. Like, they are friends. Like, they swim with him, and he goes and catches fishes, and they have a great time. They're a great little family. A family can be Mr. Freeze, an Inuit boy, and two polar bears. And so the little Inuit boy is like, I want Mr. Freeze to not die, Mr. Freeze to be happy with his wife, but I also don't think you should die. And so a lot of stuff happens, but they end up blowing up the oil rig, and then Mr. Freeze breaks his damn leg, and then Batman's like, I'll save you, but I gotta take everyone else out on the airplane. And he's like, no, leave me. I have to stay. And then they get Nora onto the airplane, the Bat airplane, and then they save her, and then Mr. Freeze presumably dies. But then the news is like, Nora Freeze has been rescued and she's awake now. Amazing medical science has made it so that she's alive, and it's sick as fuck. And then we see like some guys in like a cabin out in the fucking icy winter landscape, and then Mr. Freeze is like peeking through the window like a creeper, and he sees it and he cries, and then he walks off into the distance with one of the polar bears, and it's like, oh, a happy ending. Is the human body able to grow back? So couldn't they just transplant like half of it, and Barbara could grow back the other half, and they transplant that? It might not have been the liver, it might have been something else. Cause yeah, I was also like, wait, can't the liver grow back? So I don't know. I might be misremembering which organ, right? So then that's how we had left Mr. Freeze. We left him as Nora's alive and he's walking the tundra, and maybe one day we'll see them together again. Wouldn't that be nice? So then, the next time we see Mr. Freeze, he's like going around destroying a bunch of stuff, and Batman's like, didn't you get closure before? And he's like, why are you destroying all this stuff? And he like attacks Bruce Wayne, even though he doesn't know Bruce Wayne is Batman. He just does it to be like a bitch. And he's like, why are you going around attacking everyone? Didn't your wife get better? What the fuck? Why aren't you go living with her? And he's just like, she divorced me. It's like, or no, he says she left me for the doctor that revived her. And it's like, did she divorce you? Because that's adultery. She didn't. Like, you're alive. Did you get served? You're Mr. Freeze. Like, how did that happen? And then Batman's like, why don't you just go to her and tell her you love her? Like, you never went and see her in the hospital. And then it turns out that he was just ahead. And he's like, she wouldn't want to be with me. And it's like, is it because of the dick thing? I think she loves you. But then, so he's just going around destroying, like, priceless artworks and, like, things because he's like, if I can't be happy, no one gets to be happy. And it's like, that is some petty BS, Mr. Freeze. Like, I understand that you're pissy, but, like, really? That's your motivation? Is like, I'm mad so everyone else has to be too. And so then Batman, I don't even remember how he defeats him, but he defeats him, whatever. And it's super terrible, because it's like, oh, he had all this, like, pathos, he was this really well-written character, and then it was like, no, I'm upset, I'm making this everyone else's problem. Is it Mr. Freeze or Dr. Freeze? It's Mr. Freeze. I don't think he's a doctor. I don't have a penis and now it's everyone else's problem. Yeah, for real, like, that's basically what it is, and it's like, it's so much worse. And then he also has, like, all these, like, women hench people, when before his only hench people were polar bears. At first he didn't have any, and then he had polar bears, and then he had, like, these women in skimpy parkas, and it's like, come on, dude, like, you're going through a midlife crisis? Ice ass? Anyway. So, right. So, then Batman defeats him. I don't really remember how, because that episode was pretty rough. It's Dr. Freeze, pronounced Freeze is his actual name, but Mr. Freeze is his supervillain name. I don't remember them ever referring to him as Dr. Freeze in this show, but he might have been. It might be different per canon, but yes, it is Freeze, pronounced Fries, it's spelt Fries, pronounced Freeze, and then Freeze, F-R-E-E-Z-E, like cold, is his villain name, yes. Seems odd that they call him Mr. Freeze, and then he does actually have a PhD. He's not a PhD in the show, Kanye. Yeah. He used to be called Mr. Zero, and he just did ice crimes and ice puns, and then they were like, we could make him interesting, and then they did. So he was just ahead, and it was like, okay, hopefully they never bring him back if they're gonna just do this to his character. So then, in Batman Beyond, they bring him back again, and I'm like, leave him alone. So there's a villain in Batman Beyond called Blight, and he's an evil businessman, aka a businessman, and he tried to develop evil, like a really fucked up chemical warfare, germ warfare thingy. And what do you know? It's a hero TV show, so he got infected with it. Whoopsies. And so then his ass, they tried to fix it, and then his ass got super irradiated, and he became a Green Man, where you could see his skeleton on the inside. If you've ever seen Dr. Phosphorus, it's basically that. Yeah, Mr. Fantastic also has a PhD in a lot of continuities, and he still decided to use his super name. I don't know why. Inconceivable. That is strange. So Blight's like, he like has a skin that they apply to him, because he's like, I still have to go do business dealings. Like, people can't know that I'm a Green Man. So they're like, oh, well, we could try and like build a new body with your DNA and try and fix that, but we need to test it first. Dr. Doom, though, he embraces it. He doesn't have a PhD, though. That's the thing. According to the Marvel Wiki, he never finished college. He just took that shit, which honestly, I love him for that. So they're like, we need to test out this body recreation science. And then they like open a closet and Mr. Freeze's head is just in there. They just have it. And is Phosphorus that really scary murdery character? Yes. He's a PhD in magicalology or whatever he calls it, in a field that he made up himself. Okay, valid. Unbelievable. So, valid. So, and like the second they open the closet door or whatever, I mean, I'm assuming it's some sort of storage chamber or whatever, he immediately starts monologuing like, it's been 30 years, and it's like, what are you doing, Victor? And so, they do the science on him and they give him a new body and he like can feel warmth again. And he's like so happy, and like Nora's big dead, like she's been dead for a while because it's been like 30 years. And or maybe she's still alive, I can't remember. I don't think they mention it, but they do mention her because he's like, yeah, I had a trust set up for her and it's been like 60 years, so the interest on it is like crazy and it's like $1 billion million. And he's like, I'm gonna go try to be a better person and I'm gonna use that trust to like give compensation for all the people whose lives I ruined. Well, Mr. Doom doesn't have the alliterative punch, doesn't have the alliteration or the same punch. True. Mental image of Dr. Doom being a dude in a business suit, but still Mr. Doom, but still Dr. Doom's metal mask. Yeah. So then he's like, I'm reformed now. I'm a cool guy. And some guy tries to straight up like assassinate him. Like, you ruined my life. And it's like, when you were like 7, like it's really in the future right now. And they're like, Batman stops the guy, and they're like, do you want to press charges? And he's like, no, it's fair that he did this. I understand. And it's like, wow, you're such a great guy, Victor Freeze. But then it turns out that the DNA thing didn't really work right, and he can't stand the cold again, or he can't stand the heat again, and he's big pissed about it. And Terry's like, no, Mr. Freeze, you can't. And they're like, okay, well, we're just gonna destroy your big ugly new body. And he's like, I think the fuck not. And he breaks a big glass wall that they tried to trap him in, which, like, maybe don't tell him right when you're right next to the big glass wall, idiot. And so then Batman comes and he's like, no, Freeze, you changed. You were being a good guy. You don't have to do this. And he's like, no, I don't have a life. Everything sucks and I'm terrible now. And long story short, dude gets a building dropped on him and presumably he's dead. But also he's presumably been dead like 4 times now. So we'll see. But yeah, so they dropped a big building on him. And I think that was like the second time that happened. So yeah, Batman Beyond is bringing back old villains but slightly different and then dropping a building on them, which is interesting. An interesting attempt at a story. I think Phosphorus is one of the few holy shit characters from me. Just amble erase somebody from the jaw down. Yeah, able to, yeah. I want to know when the new season of Creature Commandos is coming. Oh, GG's. GG's. Where's Bingo? Wait, they made a character who has his powers related to the jaw? Was it? No. No. He is... Here, I'll show you a picture of him. He looks cool. He's a skelly man. Dr. Phosphorus. I don't think I spelled that right. I was close. He's so cool. I love him. He's voiced by Alan Tudyk. He's a skelly man. Blah. And then here, I'll show you the Batman Beyond character who is not Dr. Phosphorus. Batman Beyond. No, not the meme. But it is very different. Take a picture of your life. Yeah, there's Blight. They're different. Look, this one's green and this one's like chartreuse. They're different. But yeah, they're both like radioactive Skelemans. In case they were phrasing, made me think they were referencing historical condition Phosphorus jaw. I mean, they both have jaws in that they are both Skelemans. Look at him, he's so mad. He's so silly. He looks like a Halloween decoration. His name is Derek. Derek Powers, because of course he is. What is this? Okay, it's like a fan drawing. Oh yeah. The cute picture of him where he's eating his sandwich. Hold on. sandwich. It's like a bologna and cheese. It's so weird. I don't know why they did that. It's a guy from that one meme. Yes, the guy from the meme where Batman's like, "You killed my father," and he's like, "Do you have any idea how little that narrows it down?" Because he's a businessman, so he does a lot of bad things. If you're thinking that, we saw a scene where he covered someone's mouth to shush them, and then... No, yeah, you are thinking of that. That's Creepshow Commandos. That's this guy. Oh wait, no, that's this guy. Yeah, this is a like a Batman villain that is like I mean they're both Batman villains, but this is like a classic Batman villain, Dr. Phosphorus, and then Batman Beyond made their own character who's basically the same thing, but he's Derek Powers and he's called Blight. But it's like basically the same thing. But yeah. No, you're right. You are thinking of the right guy. Also, that shit was graphic. Like, I liked Creature Commandos, but if you go in to watch it, just know you will see a lot of gore. Also, I accidentally grabbed both of their fucking greens. But yeah, they made an... I mean, here's the thing, though. I do appreciate... Because, like, I'm fine with them redefining old Batman villains and, like, oh, we'll do a take on it, but we'll do it differently. But, like, you brought the same exact Mr. Freeze back and the same Bane back and, like, basically brought back Clayface and then also kind of basically brought back Man-Bat. Like... Make a new guy. And they've made a couple new guys. They have like the Royal Flush Gang, which I think is also like a classic Batman group of villains. I think Royal Flush Gang. They dress up as cards. Yeah, they are. Like, it's just chroma shift to Dr. Phosphorus, at least aesthetically. I don't know. Their powers are they're lasers, and then Blight will give you... They both will give you, like, mega cancer if you stand next to them. Sorry, I shouldn't laugh. It's fucked up. But, like, they will. Like, Blight hides out on, like, a nuclear submarine, so his big radiation goops won't trip off Batman's metal detector. I don't know what it's called. Geiger counter? That's what it is. Yeah, so they're basically... I'm fine with that. I'm, like I said, if they're like, okay, well, we didn't use this character in BTAS or TMBA, let's use a take on it for Batman Beyond. That's fine. I'm fine with that. But, like, some of these characters are exactly the same. And, like, they did a good job, because, okay, so they didn't bring back the Joker. Geiger, I hardly know her. Shut up. The first episode, there's a Batman Beyond. It's a two-parter. There's a biker gang called the Jokers with a Z, because it's the 2000s, and so they write things with a Z, but it's the future, so that doesn't make any sense. And they model themselves after Joker, obviously. But, like, they're clearly, like, a group of little punk-ass teenagers who, like, if Joker were to ever actually, like, interact with them, he'd clearly, like, fucking hate them because they were, like, trying to make a name for themselves by ripping off his style. Or he would use them as, like, a means to an end, but he would, like, secretly, like, the same way he uses Harley Quinn. And so I was like, okay, that's, like, a good way of, like, okay, hey, we're not bringing back the old guys, but we, you know... Because, like, realistically, if there was a guy who was wearing clown makeup who was causing crimes in a city, there would be people who would be, like, copycat killering him and, you know, decades later and romanticizing him. Like, unfortunately, that is the reality. And so I was like, oh, hey, that's actually pretty realistic. And also, I like that they made these, like, new Jokers characters, like, kind of nothing compared to the actual Joker. Like, they're clearly, like, super inferior in terms of their abilities and what do you call it? Their, intimidation factor. And so I was like, okay, that's pretty good. We're gonna get ads in like 40 seconds. punk-ass teenagers that the Joker would clearly hate if they interacted with them. They sound like typical Joker. That's basically what they are. That's like the best part, is that they're clearly like one of them straight up dresses like the Joker, like the design from the show, and it's like, what? Do you think he would appreciate that? Like, the other ones at least wear like different clown makeup. And so, yeah, it's like, I actually think that's really well done. I think that was very clever of them. But yeah, it's just, it's silly. It's silly. Oh, I forgot what I was gonna say. Shoot, hold on. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. So on my Batman podcast that I watch, or I listen to, they have lots of different segments. And one of their segments is, I'll let you listen to the one before of Batman's usefulness. One of their segments is called Where's Clayface? Where every episode they assign like a random patch of dirt or a texture to being Clayface. So in the Earth Mover episode, they haven't done the podcast episode for it yet, but the host, because one of the hosts has seen all of this and the other one hasn't, it's his first time going through it, so so the one who has seen it is like, I'll just say this, next week it's gonna be really easy to find Clayface. And it's like, yeah, the Dirt Man, yeah. So I'm very excited to hear Brian decide where Clayface is, where he's gonna be. I guess it was very good. We got ants. We got ants. Also, there was an episode that was a crossover between Batman and Superman again, and it wasn't a very good episode. It was a Ra's al Ghul episode, and I don't like those episodes. I don't know. I don't think he's an interesting character. I'm sorry about it. And but at the end, Batman got himself a little fucked up, and his ears were really long for some reason. Like, it was an animation error. But then Superman came and carried him away, bridal style, and I really liked that. I thought that was really cute. My little kitty meow meows. They were carrying each other. I thought that was very sweet. Not even in like a gay way, just in a like, yeah, be friends, but they're not friends. Because at the end of the episode, Superman's like, maybe we could hang out together and like fight crime. And Batman's like, yeah, right. And he flies away. And it's like, I love you, you piece of shit. You're terrible man. I love them, they're fucking dorks. But yeah, that's Batman. That's all my Batmaning. I mean, I could tell you about literally every other episode, but they're not that interesting. So actually, there is, so the character designer who did most of the creature designs for this show, and also some of the ones in Superman, also did the creature designs for Ben 10. And so there's a lot of characters and designs where you look at them and you look at it and you're like, that looks very Ben 10-y. And then you realize, oh, that's the same guy. And it's like really cool actually to be like, oh, I see your design aesthetic. Good job maintaining that. Excuse me, maintaining that. Sorry, did not mean to burp. I think his name is Len Murakama. Those shows aren't that interesting. She says about a show that she just... it is interesting, but it's like... I don't know how much I would have to say. You know what? Fuck you, you're getting everything. Okay, episode 2. Oh yeah, and the episode with the scary Chimera man, the dog got into a fight, because Batman has a dog. His name is Ace. Ace the Bat Hound. Because in the Batman comics, he had a dog at one point called Ace the Bat Hound. But he's just Ace, and he's a cute doggy, and he hates Terry. And then Terry's like, fuck you, dog. And then the dog saved the day because he's a good doggy. And then we thought he was gonna die at one point. I was like, oh no. But he doesn't, because it's a children's show. They're not gonna murder the dog. Blackout. That was the one with Vor. Yeah, that one's the one with 4. So Blackout, okay, this character, I don't know if Ink, let me see, is Ink a reference to any character previous? The ad breaks over. Ink is, oh no, I don't want spoilers. She's a lady who can turn into a pile of goo. She can turn into a big pile of scary black goo. And, so she's fighting, because she's, like, all genetically fucked up because it's the future. And, she's fighting on behalf of Derek Powers, who's the green guy, but he's not... He hasn't, like... Because at this point, it's still a secret that he's green guy. Like, he knows. It'd be weird if he didn't. He knows that he's green. No one else does. So he's having Lucius Fox's son? Yes. Has like formed a separate company because Derek Powers and Bruce Wayne's company have merged, and so it's called Wayne Powers. And Bruce is kind of like not really too involved with the business. Like, he sits in on board meetings, but he doesn't really do much because he's super old. He's like, and he's also trying to, you know, not die of angina. And so Lucius Fox's son has, or maybe it was Lucius Fox and now Lucius Fox's son has taken, I don't know, it doesn't matter. They have a company, and Derek Powers is trying to sabotage it because he's like, they're competitors. And so he hires Ink, who, like I said, is a woman who can turn into a goo. And Batman goes to fight her, and when they're fighting, she goes into his mouth as the goo that she is. And I was like, Vaughn? In my background? And I was appalled. And then even in the podcast, they were like, did you expect Vaughn? I was just like, not me. And then he like coughs her back up because it was like, and I was like, as soon as that happened, I was like, there's so much porn of this character. There's so much porn of her. I know, INQU. That's her name if you want to look it up, because I'm sure there's so much porn of this character. But she goes into his mouth, and then he spits her out, as you do. And then he'd figured out prior, this isn't the right one, he figured out prior that she can't, water like destabilizes her molecular structure or whatever. And so I can't remember what he did, I think he turned on the sprinklers or something. And then she turned into soup, and then he froze her or something. And then, so she couldn't goop around anymore because she was ice frozen. Batman spit, yeah. Batman spits, yeah. Well, he doesn't go down. He really doesn't do that. I can't remember if you were here when I was talking about that. Yeah, so then he delivers her to the new Commissioner Gordon, who is Barbara Gordon, former Batgirl, now Commissioner. Oh my god, I forgot about the blowjob joke. So, okay, so Barbara Gordon, she's the new commissioner, so they could maintain that Commissioner Gordon thing, which I thought was really clever. So her husband is the DA, the district attorney of Gotham City, and in the Splicers episode with the aminal DNA, the Chimeras, I can't remember what the exact line was, but he's like, we're gonna outlaw this is, you know, going against, you know, your natural order and whatever, and it's like, is this trans allegory? But I don't think it was, because it, like, other than that specific language, it wasn't like anything kind of like that. And from what I understand, the Batman crew was relatively progressive. He's like, oh, I'm gonna, you know, stop these splicers, and then they're like talking about it at home, and Barb's like, oh, you know, honey, how is the, you know, the splicing thing going? And he's like, oh, it's gonna be a lot of hard work getting this done. And she says something like, you know, I can give you a hard work or whatever. And it's like, she like clearly just says like, I'm gonna give you a blowjob, basically. And I was like, in my children's baby show. Like, it's like so overt. Like, she might as well have just said, I'm gonna suck your dick. It was like, hey, yo. And like, I didn't, obviously no child would have got it, but like any adult or teenager would have. And I'm just like, in my children's Batman show? With the Boars? I don't give a shit if any children watch the show, huh? Well, that was the thing, right? Is that the network execs were like, children want to watch other children. They don't want to watch adult Batman. And it's like, yeah, Batman's never been popular with children. You know, because I think at the time there was also the Spider-Man cartoon going on and it was popular, but Batman was way more popular. I'm just saying. And they were like, you need to do a teenage Batman. And they were like, okay, we'll do a teenage Batman, but we're gonna make it like super violent and weird. And it's like, okay. But it was on, okay, so Batman, the animated series was on Fox. And it actually aired in the evenings. It aired at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. It wasn't a Saturday morning cartoon. And then the new Batman Adventures, which was the sequel series, that was on Kids WB? Hold on, let me look at the spreadsheet. I can tell you exactly where they were. Watch DCAU. bit.ly/watch DCAU. Yeah, baby. Fox. Oh, it did air on Fox Kids a couple times. Yeah, like 4:30 p.m., which is crazy. But then, okay, this is this S-Test, TMBA. TMBA was Kids WB. Why did Superman air on WB? Oh, no. Maybe the channel was going through a rebrand. And then Batman Beyond. Oh, that was also Kids WB. Crazy. Which is now the CW. But yeah, they let them be more violent because Fox was like, no, you can't show blood, you can't show anything. And Warner Brothers was like, yeah, show blood. You can show lots of blood. And a woman crawling into a man's mouth. A grown woman crawling into a teenage boy's mouth. And I was like, that was like also what was weird about it. It wasn't just like, oh, this is like weird but it was also like, that's a child. Lady, I know you don't know because he's wearing a mask, but he is 17. Leave him alone. Please stay away from him. This is a problem. Yeah, that was like very disturbing. And then we also found out that Bruce and Barbara fucked at one point, and I was like, I didn't need to know that. And technically the age gap isn't that weird, but I was like, I don't know. Do I hear Dan? No, this is it does sound like Dan, but this is excuse me, the Midnight. Yeah, ink crawled into that young boy's mouth, and that was not cool of her. I guess she was trying to murder him though, so I mean that was also not cool of her. So FYI, I bought Cut a Star. Oh! Whoopsies. Thank you for letting me know. Let's see what else we got. Oh, I lost my list of episodes. Oh no! Oh no, here it is. Blackout. What was that one? Oh, that was Ink. Gollum. That episode wasn't that interesting. The Winning Edge. That was the Slappers with Bane. Dead Man's Hand. That episode wasn't that interesting. It was kind of interesting, except for the fact that they didn't say that the robot was a robot. So there's a gang called the Royal Flush Gang, and they're like, we want to be rich, which, like, me too. And so they like go and steal stuff, but they dress up as actually their designs look really cool. They dress up as like card suits, and they all have like different. So there's the King, Queen, the Jack, and then like I can't remember, but there was one character who was like, she was like 6 of clubs. I don't understand. I guess because they had run out of like suit cards, but then there was one character who was Ace, and he was like this big strong man, and he didn't have like a face, like, but characters have been shown to have like full face masks that don't show any face. So it was like, okay, maybe he's just wearing a full face mask. He's fully obscuring his identity. And also the Six of Clubs. Yeah, I can't. She was named like some weird number. Oh, she was 9. She was called 9. Which is still feels, I guess, because it's one below. No, because there's. Is there? I don't know. But yeah, there's like this big strong man, and he like at some point has like superhuman strength, and you're like, oh, is he a robot? I think he's gonna be a robot. There's gonna be a scene where they show like he gets damaged and his wiring is poking out, and they like never did, but he is a robot. They just never did it. I don't know poker. I hardly know her, so I don't know if 10 is included in the royal flush. I don't know, because there's like there was like lore to it where it was like, oh, they're like a family that's been around for a long time, and they constantly swap out members of their group. So I was like, oh, okay, so that's why she's 9, not because she's like they like accidentally had an extra kid. But because they're like, shit, we had a baby after we had all the numbers taken care of. But they like cycle through, so maybe she was on like probation and she would have gotten promoted or something, because she was like not, there was like a whole thing where she was in love with Terry, and then it was Romeo and Juliet, whatever, it doesn't matter. But yeah, so she was like, I don't want to do crimes anymore. They're like, we want money. Hey Sarah, look, Bruce Wayne is over there in the corner. I just started to swap brushes. Why, Sarah? You've been using the wrong brushes the whole time. Yeah, their designs were cool, but other than that, it wasn't really that interesting. And then Meltdown was Mr. Freeze, Heroes. Oh yeah, when they did the Fantastic Four parody, that was weird. So they did a parody of the Fantastic Four, except they only had 3. So everyone kept calling them the Fantastic Three, not in the show, but fans. But they had, instead of Mr. Fantastic, I don't know a lot about Fantastic Four, so I might get like references wrong. But instead of Mr. Fantastic, it was Mr. 2D with the power to be 2D, which like, that seems helpful. Yeah, that's literally how they were spelling it. And then, I don't remember, her name was, Miss Freon or something, and she was like a cold lady. She was a cold, and then, or something like that. And then there was like, it was basically a combination of the Human Torch and, that thing. I don't remember what his name was, but he was Big Magma Man. And so it was so weird because it was like weirdly very rushed, but it was like also clearly the Fantastic Four. But they got in a lab accident and they became Supermans, and then they were going around solving crimes and, you know, taking the mask, and it was Old Man Werther's or whatever. They weren't doing that, but and they were like getting merch, which was weird, like immediately. And Terry was just like, I guess I don't have to do any crime fighting anymore because we got the Fantastic Freef taking care of it. And then they're like, life is hard. We can't kiss anymore because I'm hot and you're cold. I'm yes and you're no. We're in, then we're out. We're up with. It's just like that Katy Perry song. And they're like, the guy who's like managing them, they find out that they were supposed to, all 4 of them, be in the lab that day, and then he like stepped out for a minute, and then he didn't get gooberfied, but they all did, and then he's like managing their superhero careers, and then it comes out, whoopsies, he actually did the accident on purpose. He was trying to murder the Human Torch thing guy, because they don't they don't do the Mr. Fantastic, Mrs. Fantastic thing. They do, I know their brother or sister in the thing, but right, because isn't it Sue Storm and Johnny Hot Man siblings. They did it, the Thing / Human Torch Man and the Freeze lady loved each other, and he was like, I was trying to get with the girl lady and she was with the man, so I was trying to murder you, but then it didn't work out and now you're all fucked up and weird. And then they're like, we're gonna murder you. And Batman's like, I'm gonna have to step in. And he turns on a vent and the Freon lady gets sucked into it and I guess dies? I don't really know. Like, she just goes away. Like, and then I can't remember what happened to the 2D man. And then he like squishes a building onto the hot thingo guy, and it's like, yep, that's another building. Their siblings are Sue Storm and Johnny stops to figure out the surname of Sue Storm's brother. I thought Storm was like her superhero name. Shut up. No, I told you I don't know nothing about no Fantastic Freef. Maybe I'll watch the new movie and I'll be like, this wasn't like the Batman Beyond episode. But yeah, so they squish a building onto them, and then they died. Oh yeah, and the government like made them a superhero building, and then the government was like, actually, we're gonna kill him. And it's like, why did you use taxpayer money on this then? Typical government. So they died, and it was weird, and then that was the end of that episode. Oh, Shriek was actually good. Her superhero name is Invisible Woman. That's lame. No, that makes sense. Because she turns invisible. Right? I get it. I can figure it out. My brain works really. I'm really smart. But yeah, so that happens. And then they all die at the end. They get squished under a building and probably die. I don't remember. And then Shriek is a guy who makes a sound power. He makes a sound suit that makes him do all kinds of sounds and things. His company is going out of business, and then the skeleton guy is like, but he's not skeletoning. He's not skeletoning. The verb. He's wearing his, I almost said clown suit. He's wearing his human skin suit. That sounded way worse than I meant. I mean, he has like an exterior exoskeleton of human's flesh looking stuff on him. I'm so sorry. I phrased that awfully. He's like, anyway, this guy's like, hey, can you bail out my company? It's going under. We make sound stuff. And Powers is like, yeah, but also I want to do crime shit with your sound stuff. So show me how you can do crime stuff with it. And he's like, okay. And he goes and does crime shit. And then Derek's like, not very good criming of you. And then Batman comes and he like is like, hey, stop criming, will ya? And then and then he's like, you need to go undercover and figure out what his name is Sheev. What Sheev is doing. And he's like, okay, I'm gonna go wear a disguise, which is something that Batman did do in the animated series, and it was always incredibly dorky every single time. Because he had like these personas that he'd be like, hey, I'm just a regular guy. I'm not Bruce Wayne. I have a mustache and an overcoat. My name's Matches Malone. It's like, bitch, shut the fuck up. Oh yeah, the best Batman quote. Hey, stop criming, would ya? I would watch a Batman movie if he said that. I would watch the new live action if that's what was said. Oh, by the way, the Fortnite Superman skin. Remember the ugly one that I was like, why is he wearing booty shorts? They showed those hidden styles, and it's like a comic book version one, and he looks super cool. And I love it, and I think it looks great. I wish I could play Fortnite and not have it destroy my computer. I've been like cheating. I've been playing mobile, playing it on my phone, to try and get my battle pass up. I'm level like 25. But yeah, so Terry's like, okay, I'll go be disguised, and he goes he goes to like deliver a pizza and they're like talking about audio engineering and I'm like, isn't like delivering a pizza how like every porn starts? Why would you evoke that imagery? Also, he's like a teenager. This is weird. But then Terry like he does something and Shriek is like, hey, wait a minute, you're not a pizza man, and then he's like, gotta go. And he leaves. And then they get into a fight and his super gooper lets him like he can play sounds back at the same rate at which they are emitting audio, so that cancels the sound out. And apparently that's actually how sound works. Oh, Butt's the best Batman. No, Butt's the better. So he fights him, and Shriek, because his name is Shriek, but his supervillain's name is Shriek, makes all the audio go away, and it was actually super cool, because like for the episode, it was just completely silent for a couple of seconds. And it was like, oh, did the audio, like, did something happen? And it was like, oh no, they're doing the no audio. And then when it comes back in, it's like, whoa! But Batman, like, blows up his thing or whatever. I can't remember what happens. And, Shreve goes deaf. And he's, like, freaking out because his whole job is audio engineering. And it's like, maybe he'll be back. And it's like, he probably will. That design was really cool. So, he hasn't come back yet, but, like, he probably will. His design was really cool. But that one was pretty good. A Touch of Karare. Oh, that was the one where Commissioner Gordon is like, I fucked Batman. And then Terry's like, oh, okay. And then a blue lady tries to kill her husband. And then they have like a villain Skype meeting and they're like, you're gonna die. And then it doesn't happen. And it was okay. It was okay. And then, oh, Disappearing Ink. That was, okay, so Ink Lady comes back. The War Woman. She comes back. So she's been, oh my god, it was actually really weird. This is an episode I saw as a kid, actually, and it, like, has always stuck with me because of the weird body horror element to it. So, she's being held in, like, prison in her ice cube. And, to keep watch over her, they have, like, a technician, like, making sure her ass don't melt. Cause, like, she can just, like, slip through anything because she's a liquid lady. And, the technician, like, talks to her and kisses her ice cube. And it's like, oh, icky gross man. Icky gross man. And so his boss is like, hey, you can't kiss the inmates. You're fired. Not me forgetting that half a second the Barbara is the Commissioner Gordon you're talking about, and then I was Gordon is like, I fucked Batman. I was like, damn, pretty much for 90s Batman cartoon. Maybe they kissed a little bit? But they're like, you have to go. You can't be kissing people in ice cubes. That's weird and gross. And he's like, fuck you guys. And he cuts power to the building, which doesn't have emergency backup, even though it's a police building. Or it's like a cryogenics building, but it's like, it's clearly got like, they know that they have a criminal, you know, stashed in there. And, she gets out, and, but she can't go back to her human form because when she was frozen in ice, it like fucked up her molecular structure. And so she's like, I need more of my goo, to make me be more solid time. I need more gelatin to make me less goo. And, he's like, okay, I'll go find you your gelatin. And so, meanwhile, so when she appeared for the first time, she actually got into the Batcave because she hid on the car because the Batmobile's black and she's ink colored, so she's black, so she was able to blend in perfectly with the car. And so she got into the Batcave, and so Terry is like really scared that she'll get back in because she's like, she knows where it is. And he's like, Well, I mean, she was on the car and you were driving. Like, I don't think she was like noting the scenery. She probably thought she was gonna kill everyone. And Terry's like, no, she's gonna get back in. I gotta seal all the exits and stuff. And then he like sees this big weird robot bat suit and he's like, what's this? And Bruce is like, it's my big weird robot bat suit. I couldn't use it because I made my heart all fucked up and stuff. And he's like, oh, okay. And he's like, so Ink and Guy's name, does he have a name? I'm sure he does. I don't know his name. So Guy Man is like, okay, I'll go find you some more goo. And she goes, okay, I'll give you something special if you do. And it's like, oh, she's gonna give him a blowy. And so they go to the or not the cryogenic stuff. They go to the science lab that apparently just has the ink goo. And he's like, here's your goo, ma'am. He says it just like that. No, he says, excuse me, I'm sorry for that snort. That was icky. He's like, here's your goo. And she's like, oh, hell yeah. And she takes it. And she's like, what do you want as a prize in return? And he goes, I want to be like you. I want to be a goo person. And she's like, oh, I thought you would just want some, like, suckage. She doesn't say that. But, like, you know, it's like, oh, okay. You set this up to make us think they were going to have sex. And so, she's like, okay, here you go. And then Terry shows up to the place. Terry Batman shows up to the place and he's like, what the hell's going on? Where's Ink? And then this flesh-colored goo being comes out and it's the guy and he's all body horror goo half melted and his face is all fucked up. And Terry's like, oh my god, because it's like really scary looking. Here, let me get him. What's it called? Disappearing Ink. I'm sure it'll be the first picture. Disappearing Ink. Oh, I don't even have to spell it interestingly, because it's spelled Inkway. Here, get the picture. Yeah. No. Show the whole thing. Show the whole thing of his scary goo war body. Here we go. We'll just do this one. His name's Aaron. So he looked like this. Ew, goo. Ew, man. His face is all messed up. He used to look like this. Here, I'll show you. You can have a comparison. He used to look like this. So different. And that's Ink. And he's like, she only gave me half. And it's like, oh, this is upsetting. And then so then Terry, his ass gets like knocked out or something. And so Bruce shows up in like an overcoat and a hat, and I was like, Matches Malone? Back once again? We haven't seen you in so long. And he goes and he sees Terry and he's like, oh, Terry, how did you escape? And it turns out it was Ink in the shape of Terry, and I was like, that was cool. But then she tries to fight him and Terry's like, no, he's all chained up and he's like, no, Bruce, no. And then his coat rips and then the big Batman mech suit comes out and it plays the original Batman theme song and it was cool as shit and I loved it. And I was like, fuck yeah, Batman's here. But then his like heart gets all icky, gross, disgusting. Because he's all like, oh, my angina. And so then Terry manages to break out and save him. And then I don't even remember what happened. I don't know. Maybe they like dropped a building on her or something. I don't remember. Hold on. Let me see. Let me see if I can get a synopsis of what happened. That I think they might have turned the sprinklers on or something. Bruce Rise sunglasses, arm plate snaps Bruce body. You promised. Oh, that's right. Then the goo man, the scary ugly goo man, is like, you promised. And she was like, get away from me, icky. And then they turn on the sprinklers and she melts. And then The goo guy. This was the part that I always remembered as a child. You can say Mangina live on Twitch. I said angina. Bruce, no, excuse me. The goo man, Aaron, who's like still half melted, he's like being kept in prison, and a lady comes and like brings him his dinner, which is like mashed potatoes and peas and stuff, and she like she mixes it together by pouring like a glass of milk into it and then smushing it with the bottom of the glass, and it's like, girl. And then she like pours, it's like on a tray, and she like pours it into his mouth, and she's like telling her about his day, and it's supposed to be like, oh, just like how he used to talk to Ink, now he's getting his just desserts. But it's like, first of all, she's just like talking about her day. She's not like, I'm gonna kiss you like he was. And also, he's not in a big block of ice, but also he doesn't deserve this. This seems kind of fucked up, not gonna lie. But yeah, so that's how that episode ends, and I feel like we're gonna see more Ink, because she's cool. She's cool. I mean, she's evil. And then, oh yeah, Ascension, that was the one where he was in the nuclear submarine and he was eating a sandwich. And then he falls to the bottom of the ocean, and it's like, is he dead? And I'm like, I doubt it, because he's a really cool character design. And then Splicers, and then Earth Movers, and then the next episode's gonna have the Jokers in it. Jokers with a K. So we'll see how that goes. So that's all the episodes of Batman Beyond that I've seen. Yeah, I like it. I think the issue is that when I was watching Batman the Animated Series originally, I was watching it along with this podcast, and all the BTAS episodes, they had podcast episodes for, and I was playing catch up. Oh, Jokers with a Z, sorry. Jokers with a G. It's Jokers. Jokers with a Z. Sorry. So I was able to like watch an episode of Batman and then immediately watch a podcast, or listen to a podcast episode, and then watch another Batman episode, podcast episode at the pace that I wanted. Whereas I'm all caught up now, so I'm having to wait a week every single time I want to watch a new episode. And I'm like, it's just kind of going slow. In that case, I hardly know hers. Shut up! And also we only have 2 episodes of Superman left. And I'm sad, and it's a 2-parter. But there's an episode of Batman Beyond in the middle of it for some reason, so I'm gonna we're gonna watch an episode, the penultimate episode of STAS, and then we're gonna watch a Batman Beyond, and then we're gonna watch the final episode of STAS. Do I have most of the shapes down? Oh, I gotta draw a hat on the bird. But yeah, that's Batman. That's Batman Beyond. And I'm sad because I'm like, I'm all caught up on my episodes, so I don't want to like, because I have tried to like just watch like 5 with the B episodes in a row, and then you know, just wait for the podcasts to catch up. But then I realized I like wasn't remembering what was happening in the episodes, and so when they were talking about it, I was like, I don't even remember this. Imagine making Batman Beyond, not Superman Beyond, shaking my fucking head. They called it Justice League and Justice League Unlimited. And we're gonna watch that too. Superman shows up in Batman Beyond. I know because I've seen him, and hold on, I'll show you what he looks like. I don't want to spoil the episode for myself, but I think he like comes to yell at Bruce. Superman, Batman Beyond. I mean, like, Superman is up to the same time frame as Batman Beyond. Yeah. He looks like this. This is a shitty picture. Hold on, let me find a better one. Oh, let's do all 3 of them. The squad. The husbands and their little gay son. The gay husband. There's Superman. There's Bruce Man. There's Batman. Yeah, I'm gonna front face a picture. Why did he change his logo? Can you locate the S? What shape is this? What shape is this supposed to be? That's his pride skin. Yeah, I don't understand. Is it, wait, is it, I mean, it's possible there's no S there anymore because technically it's not an S, it's the symbol of the House of L. Because he's Kal-El? Is it that? Graphic design is my passion. But yeah, he doesn't have his cape anymore. He's too old. He's too old. And then there's Terry Bat, and he's just like there. Yeah, I don't know what this conflict is gonna be. I don't know what episode he shows up in. Hold on, I want to see what episode he shows up in. I'm gonna look at the wiki. Shit was always so dumb. Batman Beyond. Yeah, what episode did he show up in Batman Beyond? It's not an S. It's not an S. Batman Beyond, yeah. The Call. Okay, how many episodes deep is that? Earthmover, that was the one I just watched. Thank you for all indulging me and just talking about Batman. Rats! Sorry, there's an episode that's just called Rats. Let's play a game where we guess what's gonna happen in these episodes of Batman Beyond based on the names of the episodes. This one's called Joyride. I already told you it's about the Jokers. This one's called Lost Soul. Lost Soul. I don't know. Hidden agenda. Probably some politics bullshit. Bloodsport. Harare back again. Maybe the animated series continue plays the different rules, but as I understand in the core continuity, Superman wouldn't be aged to be nearly the extent. Like, he's not an aged old man unlike the multiple millennia down the line. Oh, I see. It's about finding Jesus. Once burned up. I'm guessing that's Derek Powers. Or maybe that's the Fantastic Freaks back again. Looked up. Someone being jacked into a computer system. Rats! I don't know what that one's about. Mind games. What's that guy's name? Spellbinder. Oh, I skipped over that episode. That episode was fine. Babel, like the fish? Tower of? What do you guys think happens in the episode called Terry's Friend Dates a Robot? What do you think happens? Spellbinder? I hardly spelled out. Shut up! Oh, and there's the Superman episodes. The Egg Baby? What the fuck? Egg Baby? Egg Baby. Oh, Ink does come back because there's an episode called Inkling. Egg Baby. Oh, that's like one of the last episodes. Fuck off. Okay, whatever. Egg Baby? Yeah, there's just an episode called Egg Baby. I'm terribly curious what on earth could Oh, it's probably one of those, like, Terry's in high school, so we asked to do that whole assignment where you have to take care of a baby, but it's an egg. But then he has to do it while he's Batmaning. That's probably exactly what it is. I'd bet money that's what it is. And Bruce he's like, can I leave it with you? And Bruce is like, no. Batman lays an egg and Joker gets away. Just need the episode The Egg Baby and don't clarify any further. Yeah, I bet that's what happens, is that it's the stereotypical television high school, you know, take care of a baby home economics thing. Because I do know what the Egg Baby looks like because they use it, the channel that I watch that does the podcast, they do trivia and they put the Egg Baby in the corner of the trivia. I don't know why, I don't know what relevance is, but it is just like a baby that is an egg. So we'll see what that amounts to. Either that or they're gonna definitely do definitely not ripping off Classic Villain. It's definitely not gonna rip off the Penguin! Wait, it could be the Penguin! That would actually be so funny! Cause he'd just be like an old guy. He was a human man. He was just a dude. Yeah. That would be interesting. I guess, you know what, I will say, 'cause I was thinking, I was like, they haven't brought back Poison Ivy, they haven't brought back the Penguin, they haven't brought back the Riddler, but then I was like, no, they kind of did. Because Spellbinder is kind of the Riddler. Maybe the Penguin was actually kind of a penguin. Yeah, so originally, okay, so BTAS, Batman the Animated Series, which was the first series in this, the first show in this animated universe, because there's like 11 shows. They based the Penguin's design off of Danny DeVito, so he actually did look like a penguin. But then when they did Batman the Animated Series, or excuse me, Batman, the New Batman Adventures, which is the sequel series, they changed his design to look more like the old comic book, which is what they wanted to do originally, but DC was like, no, we want it to tie into the movies that are coming out right now. The artist cue, by the way, thank you. Riddler, I hardly know her. Shut up! Oh, I get to draw the feet. Oh, I have to draw the tail, I didn't sketch it. So, I don't know, if the Penguin comes back, Oswald, I wonder if they'll make a reference. I'm terribly curious. I would have thought, because I thought that, like I said, I thought that that whole Jokers with the Z thing was clever to have that, you know, copycat group. And I'm surprised more villains didn't get that treatment or like notoriety. Like, oh, this is just like back when, like, you know, I guess they'd have to like come to terms with like, okay, is this character actually still alive, or do we need to like, if we talk about it and we say they died, then it'll be weird when we use it, if we choose to use them in a future episode. But like, I want to know what happened with Harvey Dent. Did he ever get fixed? Mr. Two Faces? Did he ever deal with his big bad Harv? I don't know, our jokes are nowhere to be found during the Commissioner Gordon portion of the stream. But yeah. So I'm curious if they're gonna have any references. I know that there's a reference to Harley Quinn much later, but that's because there's a movie that's about the Joker. Because I do know her waggles eyebrows, just like Batman knows her. Because he fucked her. It was so, like, uncomfortable. Because he's like, oh, Tara's like, oh, you guys used to work together. And she was like, more than that. And he goes, oh. I was like, yeah, me too, Terry. Me too. You're right. Will Friedle, voice of Terry McGinnis, Batman, and Ron Stoppable. Yeah, me too. My exact sentiment. Maybe I just copy and paste the feed, because that one looks good. Yeah, it was certainly something. It's like, thank you, old lady, for telling me about your sex life. Aren't you married now? Like, don't you have a husband? And it's just because she's like trying to convince him not to be Batman, because she was like, you know, it's a hard life, and you turn, like, Bruce is like, in this continuity, has kind of become like an old curmudgeon, and he's got no friends, and like, none of the Robins have been seen. So it's like, oh, he kind of like fucked his life up by being Batman, which, like, I mean, yeah, he did. Let's be honest, Bruce was a curmudgeon before he was he was actually like a lot nicer in BTAS. Somebody pointed out that they were talking about how in BTAS Bruce was kind of a bumbling, when he was being Bruce, he was kind of like a silly bumbling idiot, kind of like, oh, I'm just a rich guy. Ooh, I just do silly. Oh, I tripped at this party. How embarrassing. But like, obviously when he's Batman, he's like big super cool man. And it's like, oh, okay, so it like plays into the whole like, oh, nobody could suspect that this dude's Batman because he's clearly like a goofy guy. But then in the sequel series, he's kind of a huge dick, and I kind of didn't like it because of that as much. apparently even when he's with Superman, he's still like a huge shit, but it's like kind of more fun because it's like, oh, they get to bounce off of each other, and then Superman looks like, because Superman's, you know, everyone's like, he's like a Boy Scout, and like, yeah, but like, he can be more of a Boy Scout, or his Boy Scoutness, I guess, isn't as like next to Batman, because you're like, well, at least he's not like that guy, am I right? So, but yeah, they're like, oh yeah, it's like his progression of becoming more and more curmudgeonly, and I'm like, oh, that's depressing. I guess you're right. Yeah, he fucked the commissioner's daughter. That was messed up. I don't think he should have done that. He's like 35 and she's like 18, and then I don't know if that's when they had sex, but obviously when they were older, but it's still like, that was kind of weird. Also, you used to hang out with her dad. Kinda weird. I mean, I know you didn't really meet her until she was already a legal adult, but it still feels weird. I wish you hadn't done that. I know that Batgirl was literally invented to be a sex object for Batman, and she had really pointy boobs, but still, it feels gross and icky. Also, she's voiced by, the lady from Grease. Not the lady Rizzo. She's voiced by Rizzo, and she does such a good job. Yeah. Kind of like, oh, I wish you hadn't made that plot point. I wish you hadn't. It's uncomfortable. It's got a little star. Also, I miss Lex Luthor. I haven't seen him in so long. I know he's gonna be big, important in Justice League, but like, he's barely been in there. There are a lot of ladies in Grease. I said Rizzo! Is her name Stalker Channing? Thank you for posture check. No shrimping. Yeah, that's her. He voices Barbara Gordon. She had sex with Batman. I'm missing New Jersey Razor. Shut up, damn it. You're right. That joke was very funny. I'm sorry, I misinterpreted it. I apologize. That was pretty good. Okay, so it's like a little fishtail. Got two little nubbins. Oh wait, hold on, I'm doing this wrong. I should have done a sketch, but it's okay. For the little bird booty. But yeah, and then we're gonna get to watch Static Shock, and we're gonna get to watch the Zeta Project, and we're gonna get to watch. So, okay, here's the thing about these shows, right? They are very well made. Like, regardless of maybe some of the wackier writing, some of the maybe not so great plot elements at a time. I guess it's still the writing. I'm just saying the writing again, a second time. They were very well made. The character designs are really good. The production, they had very high production value. Like, they were all like scored with a live orchestra, or like all of the ones so far. I don't know if that continues into the rest of the DCAU. But, so they were all like very highly produced. Totally. I completely forgot the point I was gonna make. Whoops. So, all sorts of different, separate variables, such as the writing, the plot, the story. I also think maybe the execution of some of the writing, where it's like, okay, this was a good concept, but you only had 30 minutes to execute it. Or, sometimes the animation was just weird. But anyway, so these were like really highly produced. There's 2 episodes that were actually animated by Studio Ghibli, because, okay, here's what's so funny, right? So the show BTAS, Batman the Animated Series, the original show from 1992, had several animation studios that would work on it. And one of them was notorious, called ACOM. ACOM? and their animation was so bad that they actually got fired from the show. Like, they were like, you cannot produce episodes for us anymore. They look like shit, and they really do. But one of the studios, I think it was Coco Danyang, they apparently outsourced the animation of one of the episodes to Studio Ghibli without like telling the crew in the US, but people figured it out because they compared the credits of the episode of the animators to credits of Studio Ghibli employees that were working at that time, and they matched up, and eventually they were like, yeah, we outsourced it to this other company, and those episodes look so fucking good. And it's like, damn, I wish the rest of it was animated with Studio Ghibli, because that shit looks fucking good as shit. And they also got the Cowboy Bebop studio, which is that Tokyo Movie Shinsha, or is that the other one? Sunrise is the one that did Cowboy Bebop. Tokyo Movie Shinsha is the one who did Lupin the Third and Case Closed. And I'm like, I can tell because I watched Case Closed / Detective Conan, and this looks like Case Closed / Detective Conan. It's shocking news. Studio Ghibli is good at animating, but it's like really good. It's like, I will say though, the episodes do look like an anime. Like because it was Robin following this new character that he had run. There's this like little lost girl, and he was like the kid Robin, not the adult Robin. And she was like, I'm lost. I don't know what's going on. I'm so confused. And she just kind of, because she was just designed like a regular person. She didn't have like a super distinct character design the way that, you know, main title characters are. So because she looked so generic, she looked more close to an anime, like a Ghibli anime character, because they're not like, I mean, sometimes they're like fantastic characters, but a lot of times they can be kind of plain looking characters. So like any scene with just her in it, it looks super anime, and then Robin just comes in and it's like, oh yeah, I'm watching Batman. Oh right, of course. This is Batman the Animated Series, Robin's here. And it's so funny because it's just like, he kind of sticks out like a sore thumb. But yeah. I wish I could show you the episode where Clayface freaks out, because that one was beautifully, actually I probably could, because I'm pretty sure all the Batman the Animated Series episodes are on YouTube and have been for like decades, or a decade. I think they've been on there for like 15 years or something, which is a decade and a half anyway. But yeah, that was gorgeous, and I was like, dang, why couldn't you get the studio that did that to do the entire show? But they like had to have multiple studios work on it at once so they could meet their deadlines. But I'm like, dang, that looked really good. That was some good shit. Here, you know, I'm gonna show you a little bit of it. I don't condone piracy, but you should see this. It looks good. Where's my fucking thing? Oh, here. Hold on. Oh, that's right. I don't have ad block working on this. Interesting. Mute. Test. Oh fuck, what was the episode called? Feet of Clay, Part 2. Feet of Clay, Part 2. I won't show you the scary part. Let's do 2, probably. No, I don't want to look at the channel awesome fucking, I don't want to watch the nostalgia critic talk about Batman. No thank you. No thank you. Is it this one actually? Oh, the animatic? Wait, that's sick looking. Okay, I want to watch that after stream. Wait, no, if I watch it now, then I won't be showing you technically pirated material. Hold on. Let's see. Hold on, is this guy talking over it?
You see, it's too hard. It's like tensing a muscle.
Shut up, Ron Paulson. Oh, we're gonna get an ad in a minute. Oh, is this just the animatic? Oh, okay, never mind. I'll watch this later. Hold on. Stop autoplaying, stinkies. I want you guys to see the part where he turns into a lobster. No, not the scary part where he turns into a gooman. Oh, maybe it was part 3. Shit. Oh, that scene's so good. Oh yeah, and his little ears get hold on. Hold on. Okay, don't watch. Oh, this is only 2 years old. Never mind. Anyway, don't illegally watch Batman Beyond HBO Max. Watch Batman Beyond HBO Max. Don't watch it illegally on on YouTube. That's illegal. That's a crime. We're only watching this for research purposes. Mr. Freeze, free to play. Yeah. So.
But I'll take it from here.
Here's Batman. Okay, and then he does that. Oh, it looks so good! Don't ask about the seawater analysis.
This is my collar.
Just a moment.
So he goes like this. And then he goes. Goober. And then his like little ears get crumpled. And then he falls. The animation on him falling looks so fucking good. I wish the little thingy wasn't in the way. Hold on, wait, can I make this 1,000,000 times bigger so you can see? Just like look at the way he slides down. On him, like, and then, phew, it looks so good! And then, I want to show the part where he turns into, yeah, this part. Yeah. So they're running. And then, this isn't the Ghibli one, this is the Cowboy Bebop
Hang
one.
around here too long.
Yeah, he's like, I'm Hellboy. He's gonna murder this guy. That's fine, don't worry, he doesn't die. And then Batman's like, nope. Yoink. And then he's there. His head's cut off.
What in the name of heaven?
Oh yeah, that's right! I forgot! Okay, so for some reason, Fox would not let him use, like, God, and, like, obviously they wouldn't let him use hell or anything, so he would always say, like, what in heaven's name? It was so weird! So yeah, he's like, what in the name of heaven? I completely forgot about that. It, like, only happened in, like, 3 episodes, but it, like, stuck out like a sore thumb. Like, why are you talking like a 15th century fucking, you know, old man? Like, what is wrong with you, Batman? Just say something else. It was so weird. But yeah, so Clayface turns into a goober.
Back off!
And then he fights and he does the thing. Yeah, do the thing where you turn into the lobster. That's the cool part. No, not the hammer. Do the lobster. Well, it's probably in the next part. Hold on. Don't mind me, I'm in the corner. Hold on, it's probably part 3. Part 3, because it's uploaded onto YouTube in like 5 parts. Hold on. I show you. I'm in my sneaky Batman corner. No, don't play an ad. Thank you. There's Summer Gleason. He gets mad at his life partner because he's gay. They actually did intend for him to be gay. Oh, it is part 5. Shit. Okay, hold on. I should take a shower before starting with me. Enjoy de-stinking. Don't be too stinky. Let me find it. Hold on. It looks so good. I want to show you guys. Oh my god, it's literally right there. It's right at the beginning of the next episode. Fuck, okay. Hold on. literally this part right here, right? So he's goobering, he's gorbering, and then he goes, and then it like beautifully animates into a lobster claw, and then he grabs this guy, and then Batman's there, and he's like, hello, I'm Batman. And then he pursues his grapple, and then a shower, I hardly know her, and then he swings down, and he looks so good! That show looks so good! Oh my god, and then he hits him, and then he falls to the ground, and then Batman's cape looks so good, and then the lobster claw, and then do the thing where it becomes it's just shiny. Do the thing. Hold on, where is it? Oh, it's right here, Okay, hold on. So then he's like, gooeying, you back, welcome back! And he's like, hey, Clayface, don't do that. And he's like, fuck you, I'm Clayface. And then he turns into big rocks. And he's like, shoo. And Batman's like, no, I'm ready to go away. And he looks so fucking good. His cape looks so good. And then, yeah, it like goes into an axe, and then he smacks it down. And Batman's cape looks so good. And then he's like a big spike, and it goes, shoo. And then he knocks out the camera. And then Batman looks so good. That land looks so good. It looks so good. Anyway, we'll stop watching now. We'll stop watching, because I don't want to get DMCA'd. But yeah, it looked so good. I'm so sad more of the show couldn't be animated by that squad, because it looked so good. It's so good, you guys. Honestly, if you ever want to watch an episode of Batman the Animated Series, just watch Feet of Clay Parts 1 and 2. Like, there's other episodes that are more, like, emotionally impactful, but in terms of pure animation, watch Feet of Clay Part 1 and Part 2. Because it's so good. And Clayface is gay. He's implied to be gay. But he's like, the showrunners were like, oh yeah, I wanted the character that other guy character that he was living with, that was, you know, they lived together and they had dinner together and they like talked about having like a good life together. They were supposed to be gay for each other, and then the podcast hosts, who bless them, they are very much allies. They were like, oh, I didn't really get that, and I'm like, I'm sitting there like, I did. They seemed very gay to me. They seemed very gay, and so now I always call him Gayface. He's not just Clayface, he's Gayface. Where did these go? Hello? Oh, they're right there. I'm silly. But yeah, it was like, they were like, I didn't really get the gay vibe from them. I thought it was like, oh, I guess I can see that. And I'm like, it's okay, you guys are straight, it's okay. I saw the gay though. Mr. Gayface. But yeah, I thought that was really cool. They were roommates. Yeah, like, that's literally what it was. It's like, oh, they're living together and they're partners in business and they eat dinner together and they like talk about, you know, and when what's his human man name? I don't remember. When Clayface's people man, he's like, oh, you know, my life is all fucked up because I'm a big clay guy. He's like, no, we can figure this out. Don't worry, we've got this. And it's like, that sounds like something a lover would say. But yeah, they were like, oh yeah, we wanted him to be gay, and I was like, fuck yeah. I mean, he's a goop monster, but like, that's okay. He can be a goop monster. Be gay, do crimes. That's what he's doing. He's be gay, do crimes. Does the birdie have a little stripe on the birdie hat? Where's the birdie? No. They do have a chain, but I think I'm just gonna omit it. I think I'm just gonna opt out of it. Okay, I gotta do like all the details. Oh, that's really hard. Really hard, but I'm gonna try. I might simplify some things down just because, to be honest, I'm feeling kind of lazy. TBH. Oh yeah, this overlaps, so I can't do the mirror trick. Yeah. Wait, was this supposed to be? No, it's... Oh, it was. Excuse me. Oh, I just didn't try it. Okay, never mind. I got it. I figured it out. I was like, why isn't it there? Because you didn't draw it, you silly goose. You goose of silliness. Yeah, it's a good song. I led to midnight. It's so good. Don't you look good in red? And they have said that you can, oopsies, you can stream their music. You can use it as backing for your live stream, and they won't DMC. This was like, I don't know if anyone remembers, how many people remember, a couple years ago when like widespread DMCA strikes were happening across Twitch to streamers who previously weren't having them, and they were breaking Twitch's terms of service by, you know, they were, you know, and people are like, well, why did they just do it now? And it's like, because they decided to enforce it now. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, it sucks that the thing that you were able to get away with before, you can no longer, but also, like, you were breaking the rules. I was too. Oh, there's like a, oh shoot. There's like a shape to this. This isn't just straight across. And it's also not gold. What am I doing? I'm silly goofy. I'm silly goofy. But anyway, sorry. I got distracted. The Midnight was like, yeah, you can stream our music. We won't DMCA you. And I think Temporary Remix Party said that as well, and as did Ninja Sex Party, and by extension, I would think Starbomb was also. I would think that they were like, yeah, you can do that too. Oh, did I not do this on the? Oh, let me put all of the jacket components into a folder, and then put the symmetry ruler on top of it. There we go. That's smart. That makes big brain sense. Oh goodness. Did you know talking about Batman non-stop for 2.5 hours can like make your throat hurt a little bit? Did you know that? Because I wasn't aware until I was doing that, and now my throat hurts. Music? Are you done? Nope. Sorry. What should we talk about next? You want to hear about my Korean soap opera? That'd be too complicated. So tell me about your day. What Batmans have you seen? What's your favorite Batman? What was your favorite Batman episode that I talked about? Here, you know what? I'm gonna give you both repeats because I talked about Batman for 2.5 hours. What's the show? Marry My Husband. That was it. Which I watched, it was a couple weeks ago, and I finished it, and I'm sad because now I don't get to watch it anymore. This is the wrong color. There we go, I fixed it. But yeah, I finished it. I'm sad. Okay, so these overlap one another, so I need to not use symmetry. What's this one? Wait, hold on. I think I have a picture for that. Hold on. I mean, a few times I've had people at my job that I have to train by showing how I do my baking. My throat always gets really dry because normally during the chunk of time I'm not saying a single thing because I'm the only one in the building, but when I'm training someone I'm talking most of the time to explain stuff. Yeah. You should talk about Batman. Convey everything I said with 100% accuracy. People will love it. I mean, you're still here, so clearly you loved it. How is your Baker 1s going, by the way? Oopsies, I didn't mean to flip it upside down. How are your Baker 1s Baker 1ing? Says the car. Oopsies. Get out of here, Superman. Okay, but most people aren't like me. That's true. Where's the car? There it is. Oh, I'm gonna give you a call back because I'm pretty sure I did one a couple times during that Batman segment. do this, and then that way you don't have to draw parallel lines. I'll just draw the line, erase out the center, and then touch it up. Baker 1 is doing a job when we get her to consistently show up to work. No! Baker 1! Is this the lettuce one? Baker. She hardly shows up. No, I'm sorry, Leon. That's stinky. Oh, you know what I should have done? It doesn't matter. That was a different coworker entirely. Okay. I was like, I don't want to have to hate lettuce person, but also I will. If they're leaving Leon out to dry. I have to turn my AC up. It is getting warm. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna turn this into back on. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Thank you. Oh, goodness. Speaking of heat, is everyone else dealing with it okay? Is everyone else staying nice and cool and refreshed? Y'all got popsicles? Y'all want popsicles? I got so many popsicles. I have a oddly large number of popsicles. Including sugar-free. This kind of looks like the bat symbol. I got the ones that cut your mouth open so you look like the Joker. I'm sorry, I'm really not actually trying to continuously make Batman references, I promise. I got ones that actually have fruit flavors written on them, which is like interesting because the other ones don't. I got sugar-free fudgy pops, and I got sugar-free different pops that are on a wooden stick. Do anyone want any of those? You can have some. They're in my freezer. I'll probably have one after stream, if I'm being completely honest. That sounds nice. Oh, they're in the big freezer though, which means we're gonna have to move stuff. Damn it. Honestly, it's my fault. I shouldn't pile stuff on top of the big freezer. We have a, like a chest freezer. And the popsicles, the good ones are in there. But I want that banana one. So, I have to open the big freezer. Or maybe I get the blue one. I don't know, I gotta see what flavors. I think it's... I know the yellow one's banana because I've eaten it before. Thank you for coming, appreciate you! Welcome, welcome! I think the blue one's... If the blue one's blue raspberry, I'm gonna get the blue one. I think I was gonna say that like edging on this kind of looks crungly, but like at this distance, I know it's like semi-transparent. I think it'll be fine. I'm doing all right with the heat. I spend almost all of my indoors, all my time indoors and here in Arizona desert where I live. All the buildings, they've thought ahead and made sure the AC is chonky enough to handle this kind of heat good. Cause like I was like. That's what I figured, is that like usually in places where weather happens, they have infrastructure there we go, for that type of weather. So I was like, I'm pretty sure they have something for that. But still, like I said, you know, record highs in places, so you know, I worry. So I don't think you're allowed to go edgy. You guys shut up. Shut up. It's a secret. It's not a secret. Shh. Just like that Batman episode we just watched. Imagine how your art is so cute. Thank you! Oh, I should have pinned... Wait, can I do that? I was saying I should have pinned, the streamer. Oh, crud. I'll just make a pin because I don't want to shout them out again. I don't want to be like, notice me, senpai. Notice me. notice me, senpai. Hold on. Oh, hold on, it was on this one. Ha 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 ha. I'm shitty. Get out of here. There we go. There we go. Hi, welcome on in. Let me get there, let me get her. What? Ah! I'm silly and goofy. Oh my gosh. Please, internet, let me have my link I need. IOBot Twitch? The internet. Oh, it's with an underscore. That's why. Hi, silly and goofy and Leon. I'm going to destroy you with my powerful teeth. Sorry. Confusion. Am I doing something wrong? Hold on. Okay, I don't know why that wasn't showing up, but that's okay. There we go. Okay. Slash pin I am trying. There we go. Now that's pinned, so you guys can all go look at that whenever you want. There we go. I'm smart. I know how to do things. I'm like avoiding doing these like laurels because I just know that they're gonna be a pain in the butt. But I will have to do them eventually. Stars will be easy. I'll just use a brush. They have great design. Yeah, it's so cute. I love it. How much can I get away with hiding? Probably not much. Oh, okay. I see what I was doing. I was like, why is the edging not the edging? But you know what? I was thinking of the edging on the coat and not on the piping on the coat, not the... Oh, wait, but I already did that. I don't pay attention. Well, I'm confusion. Okay, I see. Let me do, then, let me turn the symmetry back on, and then do this here, and then, ugh, saxophone on this is so good. Hello? Where's my symmetry? Put my symmetry on, please. Thank you. Watch your lesson that I actually forgot what she was doing. It's true. I really was. I was lost in the bat sauce. Okay, hold on. I'm being... Did I color over this? Hold on. Oh, I sure did. Okay, hold on. I see what's going on. Let me do this. This is supposed to be left blank so I could do the color in the back, but I didn't. Also enjoys the pets. No, stop, nasty boy. To jail with you. Oh my god. Man, were you here when I was talking about the whole heroes don't do that thing though? I can't remember. Okay, there we go. That's fixed. And then just fill this space in, and fill this space in, and here. Oh, perfect. Yes, I was here, okay. I was like, I don't want to necessarily reiterate it, but also it's extremely funny. I mean, maybe that's why... She's just like, he spends all of his time at work and he doesn't go down. Oh my god, so it's just like, I'm 17 years old. But yeah, the whole heroes don't do that. It's so silly. DC is so funny. It's so funny. It was like, I still think it was a reasonable request. I think they needed to maybe try to phrase it in a different way. Because boy oh boy was that a way of phrasing it. Okay, let me do the little like stud thingies. Right? Okay, they're the four pointed stars. There we go, I said it. I got it. And they need to go on this layer. I like to have a million layers. I think this is the wrong color, but that's okay. That's okay. Oh, I've been so busy talking about other things that I forgot. By the way, this art I'm doing for my week-long art challenge called Diet Doodles, which you can find out more by doing !DD in the chat. D, the letters, DD, and participate in. It's a fun little time. It's a good fun time. I think I'm going to, let me put this at full opacity. Okay. Actually, you know what? That looks fine. I was gonna make the inner part of the collar darker, but it looks fine because it's already so dark. There you go. Thank you, Leon. Should I? What color did I actually do this with? Did I do the lighter color? I did. Okay. I think I am mixing up my golds, but I'll go back and fix it. I'll probably end up fixing it off stream, to be honest. TBH. Because I have not been paying attention. That's okay. It'll literally just be me going back and recoloring certain things to be the correct shade of yellow. So you won't be missing much. Alright, so let me do this. Yeah. There we go. There we go. Now I got the outline. I think because of the placement, I didn't need to do the vest. I'm currently scrambling to finish rest for art fight, otherwise I may join the challenge. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, I'm so excited for the teams to be announced today. I'm so excited. I think, are they starting now? I can't remember because they're at a different, they listed the time in a UTC. Yeah, I was just gonna say, yeah, I think they are streaming now. Let me check. I'm sure it's announced it. Oh, no, don't play. I had a YouTube video open before, and sometimes it's just like, you want to hear it? And it's like, no, please. Hold on, I see I have a notification. Wait, nope. Oh, maybe not. They started 40 minutes ago. Nice. I wish I could raid them from like Twitch. If I had any artistic creative inclination, I might contribute, but instead I just hang out here with people and very occasionally come up with ideas that people turn into their own art pop costume as fuck from my Two-Face and shell outfit idea. I love your Two-Face gel outfit idea. I thought that was so funny. I was like, why do I have a notification in my own Discord? It was the going live notification. Who's looking at me? It's me. It's me, I am. You could make a beautiful bagel art. I don't know. What are the actual? Let me look at the prompts. Oh, I'm in the wrong browser. Here, let me just open dietdoodles.com. Not .com, .card. And it turned into art. So I thought the concept was funny and cute. Did this open up Firefox? Yes, it did. Okay. Weird. Interesting. Okay. No, that makes sense, actually. You know, now that I think about it. Ow, my freaking thumb. What could you could do? Okay, I'm gonna let you know right now. Bat is not Batman. I already drew the art for it. It's not Batman. Okay? It's a different thing. I was tempted, but I did not. I just want everyone to know ahead of time so they don't go, I wonder what Sarah's gonna draw that day. But the prompts are deuteranopia, which is a type of color blindness, burst your bubble, repetition, bat, smile, abracadabra, and easy. So cute. right? Yeah, okay. I was like, do I need to change the color palette? But no, it's still Jude. I do have to remember to make the one for next month, though. And then we get to do art fight! I'm so excited. Did I? Oh, I did. I was like, did I do the forehead star? Okay, so I gotta do the details on the helmet and the detail. I'm like avoiding it. I don't wanna. I have to do the wings on the helmet, the little like Saturn symbol. Is there a big version of that somewhere? No, that's okay. And all the little, like the bigger golden stars. Alright, let me just do it. Let me try, let me stop, avoiding it. Is it windy? No. That's a car. That's an IRL car. I thought y'all were being blown across the screen. I didn't draw a sketch for it though. I'm gonna, you know what? We ball! I immediately lost the layer I was gonna work on. Where did you go? There it is. I got it. I can think of exactly 2 of those I could turn into a bagel, but even then I don't even have means to get photography into a place where I can share them. You can take a picture on your phone and put it in Discord. Wait, don't you have like an old ass phone? Is that you who's like, oh, my phone's super old, it doesn't take pictures? Is that you, Leon? Am I thinking of someone else? Okay, so it's like not necessarily halfway up the hat. Okay, so it's like right there. And then yeah, I think I'm gonna omit some details just for the sake of my sanity. Oldest phone, not derogatory. Oh, I should have done this on a separate layer. Shit. Fred. Hi, Minnie. Oh yeah, that. I almost spoiled that episode. That little anime girl who was in the anime episode, she was voiced by the lady who voices Helga Pataki in, I almost said SpongeBob, in Hey Arnold, and I was like, I know exactly who that is every time she spoke. It's like, I know you. I have watched the Hey Arnolds. And she did a great job. She's a great voice actress. I love her. But it's so funny because there's always like a moment, you know, when you're like, I know who that is, I know who that is, I know who that is, but you're like, I can't figure it out. Because like, the character was very different than Helga, and just, you know, so the way of speaking was obviously going to be very different. But it's, you know, people's voices sound like their own voices. Oh my god, I was having like a mini rant with myself yesterday about voices, speaking of. Yeah, she did a good job. Arnold! I have a newer phone nowadays, and even the older phone could take pictures, but in order to get apps on my phone, I would need to also connect it to my Google account, and I ain't about that life. I'm not tech savvy enough to figure out how to get photos out of my phone onto my computer otherwise. That is super valid. That is extremely valid. Okay, so if I go back, this is too many layers. If I go back with this color and the Tombow pen, I could like, what does this look like again? I don't often wish I had a third monitor, except when I'm using a reference on stream for art. And I'm streaming at the same time, because normally I would put the reference on my second screen, but I'm looking at y'all on my second screen. So I have no means to look at it all at the same time. And it's like literally the only time I've ever wanted it. Although I actually saw this YouTuber, it was so cool. He was talking about, he was trying to get he wanted a very specific resolution of screen because it makes it easier to write code and stuff in. It's like a little bit, it's more, was it a 3:2 instead of a 3:4, 3 or 16:9? I don't really know screen resolutions. but he was talking about how he was trying to get it to work and trying to get it to work. And ultimately he ended up just getting a super wide curved monitor and then splitting it with like integrated software into 3 separate monitors and then using it that way. And I was like, oh, that would actually be kind of sick, because then I don't have to deal with all the cords. But also super wide curved monitors are like thousands of dollars, and I'm like, a new regular monitor would be like 60. And I don't even really have the money for that, so I guess, oh well. Oh my god, for a second I thought I didn't put this on a ruler with a symmetry ruler, and I was like, no, I have to draw the whole thing on the other side again, but I did it. I was smart and clever and big Brian. Unless you feel like doxing your IRL phone number to me so I can text you. Please don't do that, because I'm not sure I want to dox my IRL phone number to you. Honestly, valid. It's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, sorry, I forgot we live in an age where you have to say all 10 numbers. 8, 9, 10. Yeah, I went for an ultra-wide monitor, and I love technically only having one screen, but it's also around $600, yeah. Like, because I wouldn't have thought of doing that, like, using a single monitor, but, like, obviously I would have thought of, like, putting more than one application on the screen at once, but I wouldn't have thought of, like, oh, I can effectively use it as multiple monitors. And I didn't even realize, but in hindsight that does make sense, that, like, some of them have software in them to, like, be like, yeah, you could make it into 3, we got you. I want this to be thinner, but I don't want to distort it too much. I was like, turns out the people who make the computers are smart. Who could have guessed? I think showering is enough adulting for today. Someone want to call my boss and tell them I died or Batman arrested me or something. Excuse me? Paulo was committing a crime and Batman dropped a building on him. So we'll be in next week. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 790. Got it, yeah. Yeah, just call that. It'll be fine. You'll get text your bagel pictures to that number, and I'll get them. Don't worry. Surely no one has that number, right? Like, surely there's a handful of numbers out there that they just flat out don't give to people, and that's one of them. I have to believe that. Can I just put all of this stuff in a folder and then use the ruler on it? Yeah, that would be smart. That would be clever. Let me do that. Bam. Google says 123 isn't a valid area code. That makes sense. Because aren't area codes in the US based off of, like, zip codes or something? Postal codes? Okay, let me label some stuff for once in my life. Bird. I don't know what the bird's name is. Hat and head. Head doesn't need to be capitalized. And body. Oh, I can give you the name of the song. Hold on. Because I don't have Hotify. I don't have Hotify hooked up. Spotify. It's called, it's Because the Night Instrumental. Yeah. Because the Night Instrumental. Sorry you can hear, like, I'm putting my keyboard on top of my tablet and it's wobbling as I type. Oh, I should say the name of the band. It's all the Midnight. I almost wrote the MILF Night. That's not what they're called. That's not gonna get you what you... It might get you something you like, but it's not gonna get you what you want. Oh, what is the rest of the designs on this hat? Where's my pen? Also, I haven't checked Bingo in a hot minute. Let me make sure. Pet and mouse, something weird about the art. Wrong rush. Is it saving wrong layer? Oh, I did do that. What was that? Scary. Oh, there's some, like, big truck outside. Okay, that's fine. It scared me. Right, okay, the circle. The circle design. Circle. Man, it is so hot. It is so warm. Oh, it's a lawnmower. That's what's going on. Okay. Actually, would it be smart? Buzzbot, where are you? Do your thing. I know, Buzzbot talked once and they didn't even do a good job. You could try to do, 8 ball. Okay, if I do this circle... Oh, shoot, I can't feel it. Sorry, I can't really do anything about that sound. There's a whole Wikipedia page about the error code numbering system, and I'm sure if I read the whole thing, I'd know the answer to your question of what they're based on, but honestly, I can't even remember the whole thing. Sorry. Valid, honestly. Extremely valid. Okay, so if I make this circle, and then I... And then I do a layer... No, that's not gonna look good. Oh, hold on. Put it in mouth. Honestly, surprised it took so long. I usually put my pen in my mouth all the time. Sorry, I have hiccups. 8 ball won't get me bingo. Oh, valid, valid. Big valids. This needs to be thicker. Did you kidnap Buttspot? Where did my 8 ball go? Oh shoot, I mixed it the wrong way. Answer unclear, excuse me, ask later. What is this? Is there a bug squished onto you? No, hold on, you answer now. I'm in charge. Can't say now. He's dodging the question! Chances aren't good. Oh, I found my fidget spinner. Remember those? Free butt spa. Ask again later. Batman arrest that pool ball. I hardly fidget nowhere. Shout! Drops a building on my 8 ball. I think that's probably too small, actually. It is. Hold on, I gotta look at the proportions of this again. Okay, it's not that much bigger, but it is bigger. Maybe I should do this on one of these layers. That way I can resize it. Yeah, that would actually be smart. So then I can just do it like this. I think I actually did it perfectly this time now. No, it's still wrong. Okay. This. Try and make it mostly even. Oh! Oh, this song's good! What is this? I don't think I've heard this one before. Brooklyn Friday Love. It's good. It's like, I like that, how like 80s a lot of the Midnight's discography sounds. There's just like, it feels like a very specific song that would be used like in like a montage scene of like we're at the beach, you know, or something like that. Oh wait, let me turn off the signature. This is my sugar. It's like across further out this way, and then it's like right. It's kind of like. You know what? Let me move this down here in this corner, and then I could just leave it on. Oh, actually, is it not? Am I silly goofy? Oh, okay, it is, it is, it is. It, like, kinda swoopies. Ooh, that looks different. Oh, I'm on the wrong layer. That's why. Oh, did I give you guys wrong layer yet? Yes, I did. Okay. Rupees onto that. And then clean it up. I'm sorry about the. I must have vacuuming. Sorry about the lawn mowing. Can't really do much about it. It is unfortunately a completely reasonable time to be lawn mowing. Okay. Okay, so then there's 3 stars on top of it. Okay. So I'll draw 1 star and then copy and paste it. Yeah, you gave us wrong layer, but you didn't give us any of the things that haven't actually happened but would be convenient for my bingo if you gave them to me. Anyway, alright, Buttspot, let's see what you got. Yeah, Butts us wrong layer, but you didn't give Butts any of the- Buttspot, come on! Not kidding up to nothing else. Come on, Buttspot. I know that was a long message. You should have gone for a shorter one. Leon. Stinky. I don't know, there might be gardening in that. There's a... Oh, let me turn it around. Oh, yeah, actually, you know what? I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna do this. I'm smart. I want to draw a star. The problem is that when I draw stars, I always draw them askew. Small BR, but big chug. I always draw them slightly crooked, so I can never get them on the ruler. So I'm gonna budget. Because when I do it like this, it's always like slightly askew. So I'm just gonna... Okay. Am I at like 30 frames per second, 60 frames per second? Why am I so smooth today? Bro, calm down. And then when I do stars like this, they look like they look like the Star Trek logo. And then they're like very squat. Oopsies, this is the wrong thing. 20 FPS per second. Yes. Here, I'm gonna give you a wrong brush because I did in fact use the wrong brush just then. Oh, is that gonna get you bingo? Wrong brush. Who won that? I didn't get to see. I didn't get to see. Cheating. I'm making the I'm giving the star a facelift. Okay, and then I'll just draw the. There you go, GG's! Oopsies, that's the wrong brush. I mean, that's oh, that's drawing with transparent. There you go, another one. Another one. But stars don't have faces. And yet. What you on, BB? Welcome. Sorry, must just send everyone to the gay baby jail. Okay, that's cool. We won't let the button work. Oh, you know what? That's not even that. It's my fault. Okay, hold on. I updated my Stream Deck software, so they came out with a new feature that lets you make little virtual Stream Decks on your screen, which is super cool, actually. But it only works for Windows 8. I mean Windows 11, not Windows 8. Jesus. And I only have Windows 10. Can I just have the command text? Okay, here, I'll just manually do it. You're not gonna see it in chat. Where are you? In here. Oopsies. Oh no, Stream Deck, please don't die. That's fine. Okay, I gave it to you. So this is something that only works on Windows 8 from 2025. Yeah. I don't know why I said Windows 8 of all things. Alright, I gave it to you, just I had to do it manually in Stream Avatars because I forgot to log back in with the new updated software. So that's not the plugin's fault this time. Usually I complain. Actually, let me do this on a separate layer. Usually I complain when the plugin doesn't work, but it's not its fault. It's my fault. Oh, now I gotta draw asymmetrical stars, but not. Oh. But I don't have a symmetry ruler, so I have to do it myself. Ah, darn it. I only have myself to blame. I could have copied and pasted that star. Pasted. I would say that the year of our Lord 2025. But in living through the first half of 2020, this is not all valid. Much hydrate. Oh wow, look at you, 99. And the big brain. Go long length. What you got? You got, I'll have another. Well, Leon, drink some water. That's why your brain is so small. Drink some water. Your brain has been dried out. Alright. Yeah, if I could get a bit more water. I'm not farty. Gosh, you. Oh, I should get up and stretch. I'm gonna get up and stretch over to my air conditioner and turn it up some more. I think someone's bleeding or something, which is fine. You can lead a horse to water, so I'm something. Brain may be small, but my length isn't. You right. Did the music oh, there's the confusion when like the did it break it? Did it stop working? Oopsies. So it was like, oh, these stars look okay, but then like next to the star, shoosh up. Oh my goodness. They look kind of crunchy. Yeah, let me work on this. Because sometimes the crunchiness doesn't like go to both sides, if that makes sense. I'm terribly curious about what they're doing. I gotta wait. No, don't. Of course it's that one. I just wanted to see if I was gonna get in trouble. No, stop. Oops, all furry. Wait, what was that? What even was that? Was that a dating sim that we were playing? What day was that? I thought it was gonna be Valentine's Day because I did play a dating sim on Valentine's Day. Because there were, yeah, but that one's pretty bad. I just gotta get the one leg on this star to look decent. Right now it looks like they're wearing bell bottoms. Come on, star, you can do it. You can look nice. I know you can. I'm getting caught up in the details though. Being silly. Okay. Okay, that's fine. What else? What else? What else? Oh, I have to do the thing on the collar, or the yeah, the collar and the lapel. Actually, I can get rid of this layer, can't I? Oh, no. Well, no, I'll leave it on. Where's the body? Right here. Don't recommend porno. Okay, that quote is like actually funny though. You disrespect the family when you use it's like a weird mafia family, but the only thing they care about is which porn site you use. That is ridiculous. Oh, I gotta do the wings on the hat. Okay, I'm gonna have to probably do a sketch of that actually. Like actually. Because, that's gonna be tough. No, but I was doing makers and crafting. See, the ones that have context making it sound a little less crazy. A little less bizarre. Oh, there's like blue on the inside of the collar. Okay, I'm gonna remember that and add that later. It's like this. Yeah. And then do the leaves. This angle's gonna be a little hard. Let me do this way. I do like that one though. The Pornhub X Hamster one. That one's just funny. That was just silly goofy. Why are you all fighting again? Stop that. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna give you guys a pool party. Oh, it's 11. I'm gonna finish this. Where's the pool? Where's free swim? Oh, wait, it's a child drowning. Not available? Why? You're not the boss of me. Full time. God, it's very like such a Jesus. That's a good one too. I don't know who quoted me on that, but they did a very good job because I absolutely do add a little at the end sometimes. Claps to that person. Y'all in the pool now. Oh, it didn't spawn the babies. Hold on, let me make the babies spawn. Not babies, but your pool floaties. Oh, what is it? What's it called? Free swim? There we go. There you go. There's the duck and the flamingo. You guys get to go swimming. And there's a flamingo and a duck. I almost said a duck-mingo. That's what's called. I love it. You're like, yeah, I'm keeping an eye on you guys. Stop attacking the flamingo. Butts. Uni. Come on. I know that that's an uppercase I. I know it is because it looks different. But yeah, you guys get to go swimming. It is hot. If you're in the northern hemisphere, it's hot. I don't know, it might be hot in the southern hemisphere too. You know who isn't hot? Mystery Freeze. Oh, you know what, I'm up to because you're keeping an eye on my behavior? Jail, 1 million years. You ain't going outside on this day? Oh, absolutely not. I was gonna make quesadillas. That's not happening. Kinda cool here for now, supposed to be getting some rain. Ooh, I'm jelly. I'm peanut butter and jelly. It rained the past couple days. But now it's just hot and like humid because everything's wet. Sorry, I didn't know how to say that in a different way. At least the woodchucks are enjoying it though, because they're like, the berries are so white. We have a series of woodchucks in our backyard, and they eat we have a mulberry tree, so they love the berries. Rain enjoyers in chat. Am I getting a notification? Hold on, I'm gonna call. Sorry, 1 second. There's a empty there used to be a house next to us and then they tore it down, and now there's a field of grass, and I think they're coming to mow the grass. It might be, oopsies, we're getting ads in a minute. It might be cool here, or at least as cool as it gets in Arizona in June, but I don't know because I don't plan to leave my apartment anytime in the next 22 hours. Valid. Rain isn't my thing personally. I moved to the desert specifically to get away from it. Stinky! I enjoy deserts too. Oh, I'm muted? Oh, okay. I enjoy rain if I can stay moistly dry. Mostly dry during it. Valid. Yeah, I think it's the city doing yard work in the lot, which I mean good, because they had been letting it grow out for like weeks, and there was like cats roaming around in it, which, don't get me wrong, I like the kitties, but I was like, they are like prowling like little tigers. I don't think that's very good, because if they're prowling, they're probably going after mice. You're muted for a bit, but you can see PG moving when Mike was talking. Oh, it probably just when I switched screens, it probably the mic just didn't like register to come back on or something, because I don't have a mic turned on for the BRB screen. Like you can't, there's no, I couldn't even accidentally forget to mute, because there's straight up just no audio for the microphone on that screen, so probably when I switched it just had like a little bit of lag. A little bit of lag. We're in ads. Yeah, I think I'm going to draw this laurel on this lapel, and then there's like a little wing, I don't know what you would call it. Pin, I guess? On the one side. And then I'll draw the wings on the, my AC is rattling my window. Ugh, I hate that. Freaks me out. And then I probably will end up calling it, because we are going over, and not gonna lie, I would go lay in front of my fan, because it's quite warm. Oh, I can just do this on this layer. Ha 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 ha! Get me dark color. Yeah, when I see cats wandering out and about, I'm having a Charlie different compare, given I live in an area where coyotes also live. Oh, that's not good. Yeah. Yeah, I came home one day and I like looked over and I saw in the grass there was like this little orange cat prowling around in it, and I was like, because at first I couldn't tell what it was, and then I was like, oh, it's a cat, and I was like, they need to cut the grass. And because it's like city grass, we're not allowed to cut it. Or it's city property, we're not allowed to cut it. So otherwise we would. But you know, that's not good, because you can get mice, you can get woodchucks, you can get other creatures that enjoy suburban neighborhoods or semi-suburban neighborhoods in tall grass. I don't know if we're counting suburban, it doesn't matter. Whatever we are. I think we might actually be urban. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Like, I don't see coyotes all the time or anything, but I have seen at least one coyote multiple times, probably the same one all the time. But possibly multiple coyotes that I saw one at a time. Either way, I haven't seen a coyote in several months, but still, yeah, no, that's valid. That's like the Jeff that the woodchuck, which we call Jeffs, that I kept seeing hanging around in the backyard, and then all of a sudden there was a smaller Jeff, and I was like, I don't think he shrunk, I think he had a baby. And then I saw two little Jeffs, and I was like, I think that there might be multiple babies. Multiple little woodchucks in my backyard eating my berries. I like yell at them from the kitchen, not angrily, but I like yell out to them, and I'm like, Jeff! You're so cute, Jeff! Jeff, I love you, Jeff! And they just like look up like, what the fuck is happening? They can't even like comprehend why some beast is speaking to them. Welcome back! This isn't gonna be in this folder because it's not symmetrical. Oh, okay, sorry, I got confused. It's gonna be down here though. Oh, it's cut off, so I don't have to make it perfect. Oh, but it is on top of this thing. So let me do this side of. Just cheat a little bit. I'm so bad at making symmetrical stars. It's farting. If I had the stamina and if it wasn't like such a warm day today, I wish I could like keep streaming until the art fight teams got announced, but I don't have it in me. Apparently there's a fox that lives somewhere on the grounds at my college. I never saw it personally, but multiple people I knew personally interested not to lie about something for this minimal amount of clout said they'd seen it. Oh, a little doggy, a little foxy. That's like the possum and the rex. One time I saw a possum walking around in our because like I said, the house next door got torn down a couple months ago. Several months ago now, actually. And so now I can like see over into my neighbors, or not that I'm like looking. But in the middle of the night, I was just like peering out the window, and I noticed something moving in the darkness, and I was like, "Oh, what is that? What is that? Is it a kitty?" Because usually it's a cat. And then I looked, and I was like, either it was an armadillo or it was a possum. And I'm pretty sure it was the possum. I don't think it was an armadillo. But maybe, just maybe, it was an armadillo. Oh yeah, it was just waddling along their garage, and I was like, oh, this cute. Have a good day, you possum. And then there's that raccoon that was frankly our fault that it was eating out of our garbage cans. Because Swaz neighbors just trying to live their lives. I don't peek, I promise. I do look out the window, but I just like force of habit look out, because what if there's a scary goblin looking back at me? I have to make eye contact to assert dominance. But we had a raccoon that was getting into our garbage, and our garbage cans, you know, are pretty tall, and I was like, how is it climbing up? Like, you know, they're tall and they're pretty smooth. Like, I don't think they're necessarily like raccoon proof, but I was like, they're not like a ladder. And then I realized where we park our garbage cans, there's a trellis right next to it, so we basically gave it a little ladder in which to climb up, and I was like, oh, okay. You know what, egg on my face with that one, because, like, of course it's gonna be like, how convenient. It was so funny, though, because one time on our doorbell cam, I saw it. It triggered the doorbell cam, and I was just like, I turned on the microphone, and I was like, hey! Hey, you! Get out of here! You're a crime! That's a criminal! That's illegal! You can't do that! That's a violation of the federal law! And I just kept yelling at it, and eventually it left, because it was like, I don't understand what's going on, because it like couldn't comprehend where the sound was coming from. And it was just like, I'm getting out of here. This is bullshit. There's shenanigans going on here. It was very like, I don't understand. I'm just a little raccoon. I got a little raccoon brain. And I felt kind of bad for it, but at the same time I was like, don't tear up my garbage. And then I was like, I don't really, it was like the middle of the night, and I was like, I don't really have a way to secure this. And I hadn't realized at the time that they were climbing up, or it was climbing up the trellis. And I was also kind of nervous that maybe there was like it had climbed inside when I went down, like as I was going downstairs, and I didn't want to open it up and move it and then have it be like, Wah! So I opened it. We have a garbage picker upper grabber thingy, so I used that to open the the lid to make sure it wasn't in there. And then I put a jug of water on top, and I was like, this will be too heavy for it to lift up. And actually it wasn't, because when I woke up the next morning, the water bottle had slid to the back of the where the hinges are on the lid, because it's got a hinge lid. And because it's right next to the house, it like stopped at the house, and I was just like, oh, it did lift it up. And I was like, damn, okay. If you got that much brute strength, I guess you deserve to have my, you know, my Totino's pizza wrappers. Well, looking at Wikipedia, it looks like back in 2010, the predicted future rain for armadillos extended up into the southern half of Ohio. I don't know if that's the part of Ohio you're in, and I'm not prying for that info even. But even if you're outside the predicted range, it's not like the armadillos are going to be like, oh no, can't get past this line. So it might have been an armadillo. It could have been an armadillo. Armadillos do keep digging little holes in my backyard. That is a TikTok reference. That's the first time you guys have got one of those in a long time since I stopped using TikTok. They're already too strong for me to go the trash. It's too late. All of my Totino's pizza wrappers and and wrappers from my popsicles. That makes it sound like I eat like a 6-year-old. I promise I don't. And my jars of Alfredo sauce. There we go. I'm an adult. I'm strong. Anyway, we are gonna end now because I need to be away from my PC. I'm too hot. But this is pretty much done. I mean, I gotta add a little bit more detail. But yeah, look at that. Did I save? I did. Okay, good. So let me go to our just chatting screen, and then I'll get myself in my chair because it doesn't work right now. Bam, I'm in my chair. The camera's so good. Thank you. We gotta find someone to raid. I gotta close all my tabs of Batman. All of my Batman tabs that I just have open still. Is that everything? Is there? Oh no, okay, this is the bingo. Okay, let me actually look at bingo real quick one more time. I didn't sing. I kind of scream laughed. Have a good day, everyone. Thank you. Oh yeah, you can have a rant. I definitely ranted. That's did not do a good job today. Oh, I did. Oh, no, not you. That one. Yes. Yeah, that's all. It is entirely reasonable for someone like me who hasn't done any actual research on this topic and is purely guessing to assume that armadillo's range may even extend further than predicted during 2010. Excuse me, 2020, when fewer people were out and about. True. That's true. What you want, baby? You want the money? By the way, if anyone else wants to check their bingo, you can get there is a list of Steam keys that you could possibly win. Or is this you? Yes, it is. Or you can get 1,000 unicoins, which is the money for the stream avatars, which is what Leon just got. There you go. Let us find someone to raid. Where's my thingy? There. So feel free to check your bingo here. I'll just do the bingo in chat. Oh, also, oh, hold on. We'll give you a second. We'll let you not have the whole chat full of links. Who's live? Who's live? Show more, damn you. Lots of. Oh, we can raid Cameron. Let me see how long they've been live. Because they might like. I do tend to have the bad luck where it's like, and we're ending. And that's how I know armadillos aren't terribly intelligent. They're actually going towards Ohio. Shut up. Stinky. How long have you been live? Oh, audio, don't break. Oh, 12 minutes? Okay. Probably not gonna end anytime soon. Alright. / raid. Thank you, Paula. Cameron JK. Cameron is playing Minecraft. I almost said Fortnite. That's not what they're playing though. But yeah, grab your raid messages. We will be back Tuesday. More Diet Doodles. In case you guys don't know, Diet Doodles is my quarterly week-long art challenge, which you could find out more about there and how you can participate and all that good stuff. If anyone else is participating in our fight, I will see you there. I will be streaming that next month as well because I'm excited for our fight. But yeah, you've heard of 24-hour streams. Buckle up for 24 minutes, please. But yeah, I love you guys, and I'll see you next time. Until then, goodbye.